Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Dub has informed us there's new rules in YouTube. 7 seconds.
7.
Pete, run the intro. All right. Well, that's still not long enough for the commercial. So now you can't cuss within 7 seconds, but you can have commercials for 30 seconds running. Yeah, this YouTube's great.
Doesn't
What's
matter.
going on?
We don't need profanity this early.
No, I know, but it's like at least don't give us an ad right off the bat. I mean, what are we doing here? Interesting week today. We were doing something
Interesting week today.
Yeah.
That's how long of a day it was.
Interesting week today.
It was a long day.
Long day. We're doing something. We've tried this. I don't know if Pete will remember. We've tried this a bunch of different times, doing a bunch of different ways.
I'm sure.
And we're going to do it a different way this time because for some reason I don't think we've ever gotten across how we kind of wanted to. We've tried to do it for years, but maybe talk more about investment books than like investment is the part of flipping, right? Like that's the definition of it, not go to the store and buy a book and then you have it and you can see it on a top 10 and only one copy sold. Like flipping the book.
I don't know. That seems more like what flipping is. It's just buying it to sell it right away.
No, but I mean, like real people who,
doing it right.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
but...
yeah. Well, no, I get that, but like my point is, like a lot of the times you'll have people come on in the comments, and I know I'm going to get it now because we're going to get it, and it's going to be, hey, I sold 20 of this book, and it's like, yeah, you made $1.20 a book, congratulations. And when you factor in, you didn't even make that. So, but yeah, so maybe we're going to do it a little different way. We're going to play. It was originally going to be like spend Marco's money, but then I tried to repackage this old idea where we go through Overstreet's top 25. Now they didn't always have the top 25. It used to be like the top 50 of silver and top or whatever it was, top 50 of silver, top 50 of gold. Now it's 100 of gold, 50 of silver, 50 of bronze, 25 of bronze, 25 of copper. It used to be 10 and then it was 10 and 10. And then they really just started expanding the list where they said it was 10, but there's 15 books on the list for some reason. But those are all done. We know some of the people that submit those books. Those are actually sold at shows. So we're going to focus this on shows. We'll get more into it later. We do have some news. We are going to review comics. And let's see how everybody's day went. Huh?
You got the Wizard Rewind for.
Oh, and we got Wizard Rewind. We've really got a packed show here, so we're going to try to get through it. But let's say hi to the chat.
This stuff's not long.
Yeah, Tommy, saying hi for the algorithm. Thanks for the sub. Ed, he's saying hi for the algorithm.
Tommy was here early.
Dag nabbit, Tommy. You were off my Christmas list. All right. That was kind of funny. You know what? That's an early starter, dude. That's already going. I like this. Maybe it isn't going to be such a long week today. Did I miss it? It is because I missed
Ring the bell.
Good one, Ed. Way to start it off, bud. What's up, fellas? What's up, Ryan? Tyson, good evening. Gents, good evening. Yo, Reef. Could see you. Matthew. Thanks for the sub. Hello, Rennavisionaries. Hello, Matthew. Joe. Hey, gang. Hey, Joe. Mr. T. Always love Mr. T. This is Mr. T from the Saturday morning cartoons, correct?
Mr. T and the T-Force?
The T something or another, yes.
Maybe that was a comic.
Not the cereal box.
Yeah.
Cool. Good news there. Long day, but good news. All right. The buff guy.
Don't eat my cereal.
Oh, did you guys ever eat that cereal before? They sold that stuff at big lots. Like a lot. Yeah. So we ate a lot of Mr. T.
It was cereal. Like Captain Crunch, but shaped as T's.
Yeah. Not really good. The Buffy guy, evening all. Flipping the investing. Yeah. No, that's not two different things, Joe. Hello all. We'll show you why later. Hey B, good to see you, B. Hookup. Yep. Hookup. What's the hookup?
That's the Jedi.
Oh, Jedi's hook thing up. All right, cool. I don't know. Let's get into news. Sorry, I gotta get my head into the game. I
don't have the thing in here. I have to load it up in here. But all right, I'm gonna run the thing for news, and then we will get right to it. Where the hell is it? There it is. All right. So for this week, I played around with the beginning format a little bit. So the top stories aren't necessarily going to be huge stories, but things I just kind of wanted to lead off with. So I got a couple things that I moved up front. In our top stories, we're going to start off with one of the more recent stories that John Bernthal is back as the Punisher in Born Again. So
surprising absolutely nobody.
No, but it's happy that it's confirmed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
People are buying ASM 129 again, I guess. We'll see where we put it on the investment list later.
Buy them up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's why Dub pulled a Dom on my list, didn't he?
It wasn't alphabetical. I got confused.
Yeah, that was kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I should have known.
I think it was ranked. I think it was ranked as the 25 from the book.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I was in order.
Yeah, I read it. I didn't read it properly.
Just missed it.
I admit it. Yeah, I missed it.
Another weird little story out there is that Universal could be considering selling Disney the Hulk and Namor back. It was a weird article. There was all kinds of talks about how Disney was going to sell Hulu, their stake in Hulu, and then the proceeds going here. There was a lot of industry talk, and I was okay. It'd be interesting if they sold them back, but
after how they did Nomar, no, I think they're okay with selling him back, dude.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, they can't.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't I imagined, but with Aquaman already done, it made sense to make some changes.
No, what I'm saying is, like, what are they going to do with them, though? Like,
I don't know.
It's not like it was a standout character that people are clamoring for now anymore.
No. I also don't know if I need a full-on Hulk movie by himself either, because I think he does play better as, side
part
character.
of an ensemble.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed. Wait, you mean you don't want to see Stan Lee drinking pop with orange blood in it or whatever?
Yeah. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's for the Marvel side of things for our lead stories. And then we'll go over to DC real quick. And apparently, the announcements we got, that's not it. He said that's less than half of what they have planned for their phase 1. So those 10 items they gave us is less than half of their phase 1.
Are they pulling a Star Wars where they give you 50 projects and only 5 come out?
No, I think it might be worse. They might give us 50 projects and give us all 50, and it makes very little sense, and we don't get any more. There is such a thing as being too big. Like, don't start off too big too quickly.
How many? Well, hold on now. How many movies were there? Did they project over the next whatever year?
It was 5 movies and 5 shows, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I believe it was 10 projects. Yeah,
10 projects, but isn't that almost over 10 years? So that's not actually, when you think about it, that's not that many projects. I mean, it's too many to tell this far ahead.
Years. It wasn't 10 years. It was just whatever.
Well, they're not going to do. Well, the movies weren't going to be every year. He said so. Like, even if you space out it like one a year, space one a year. I mean, it sounded like at least 8 years. So I mean,
no. I think you're thinking like sequels and things. They still.
Well, they're not putting 2 movies in 1 year. You think they're going to do 2 movies in 1 year? You think they're going to do Superman and then do Batman, son? Bat family.
I mean, as far as this goes, all I see this as is a way to stay relevant. Like,
fair.
Get us talking about it. I want to see something first before I want to know if I want to see more. And they're just trying to keep themselves in the news right now because they don't have anything till.
Hey, Chef Harris. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's up. I think is they're just trying to keep people talking.
It's still just a lot to plan, I guess you would say. Because I mean, what a lot of people are complaining that they got Marvel burnout, they got superhero burnout because there's just too much to keep up with. So DC's response is, we're going to start off with a hell of a lot more right at the start. Like, it's going to be even more tightly confined and connected. And we're going to have even more things for you to watch.
Oh, my.
I don't know if it's a good idea.
What?
Lord of Brooklyn was gifted a membership by AOA.
No, he wasn't. AOA.
It just happened.
Shame on you. AOA used to be in my good graces. Not anymore.
That just
not any. Ban that man. Ban, or if he is a man.
Random where it goes when you gift membership.
Ban that child. Ban that 50-year-old child now. Not
random.
AOA, but BK. Hey, Funhouse, what's up?
Speaking of other projects, though, they are planning to do an animated Batman Beyond movie. I don't know if this is going to be in theaters for certain or just, one of their other projects or what, but animated Batman Beyond. All right. I don't know about Fast 9 writer, if that's
I don't know about anything about that guy, but like, just for the record, Batman Beyond has been all animated so far, and there has already been a movie.
Yeah.
So
it'll be a new one.
Hopefully this one's good.
And then for Marco, James Gunn says we could potentially see Vertigo characters in the DCU.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm good with that. I like it. I already liked what they did with what's his name and the show that Pete still hasn't watched to this
Sandman
day.
was the best thing that DC's put out. So if this is anything like that, that's amazing news. But they probably can't use Sandman or Death or any of the Endless.
Why?
Because they already have.
Yeah, they want to confuse things with.
They already have
but they can't cross them over, so they can't cross them over.
I wouldn't think so, and it would. I hope they don't.
They might though. I mean,
they might do like a premiere or something with them. Is what I'm saying. Like
that's kind of what Amazon and Warner Brothers are doing with Lord of the Rings. Like, you make TV stuff, we'll make movie stuff, even though they're the same stuff.
That's what DC's already doing.
Yeah,
Flash the TV show, Flash the movie. Like they're already doing this shit.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be easier to digest some of the. I mean, I'm also older, so like Vertigo would be nice. I mean, there's some of the characters I like better anyhow. So.
Yeah, I mean, I like Vertigo stuff as well, but I don't want my Sandman crossing over into any other stuff.
It could be weird.
Yeah,
it could be weird.
Has anybody known a more jealous person than BK? I mean, I get that I'm always on his mind, but jeez, man.
You know what you're going to be jealous of. You're going to be jealous of my new installment segment into our news. And that is ESPN 8, the Ocho. I wanted to do this last week, but I forgot.
You guys are still talking about this?
I just
Funhouse. He's saying that he doesn't. You can't gift indivially. It just randomly.
Yes, it's random. I said that. What are you doing?
Well, he's trying to conversate with AOA in the chat. I'm gonna put BK on the mute here so I can actually read real people's chats.
But our first installment into our lesser known sports, we give you.
Why are we doing this?
Juggling.
Why are we doing this?
Because it is awesome. Combat juggling.
This is not awesome.
Apparently you got to juggle and you could steal, you can knock the other guy's thing, they're doing tricks. I don't know exactly. There was explanations of how to score, but I didn't really want to read it. I just wanted to watch these quick little videos and GIFs, and I just gave you some GIFs because it gets intense. Look at that one dude. He gets this. Look at that.
Pete. What is this?
This is just for fun. That's what this is.
This is probably this is like BK sitting at home practicing this because one day he hopes to be in the combat juggling finals.
Yeah, I tried. I can't juggle. I've only got like 1, 2, 3, and then everything falls. Can't keep it going.
This is ridiculous.
This takes a lot of practice at home for somebody.
Yeah. You have to have not a lot of life to be doing
home practice.
They're all young. They
a lot of time not going out and not
leaving
your house.
Dude, there's no chicks
not
that
even
are
for education.
Hey, dude, have you
any socialization?
You're saying this is a lot of homeschooling kids? This is what homeschooling kids got turned into?
What you're not seeing is the potential here. Potentially, these little drums and little pins that they're juggling could become weapons. And I think it's going to be even more interesting of a sport. When they're juggling.
Do you see how there's not a single person in the audience? Not one person in the audience. That's my point is taken.
Combat juggling. All right, now to our box office.
Balloon volley the old people that played the balloon. That's exactly what. Thank you, Jedi. That's exactly what that reminded me of. The old people at the old person's home that just like, yeah.
Don't let it hit the ground, or we all die. So number one,
it's kind of interesting.
Is Creed 3. That made just about 58 million. So solid opening for Creed 3. Well above everything else.
Wow.
Gonna be a lot of competition coming up soon, though.
This is none of this looks like competition, dude.
What do you mean?
Jesus Revolution.
No. I said coming soon. You got Shazam's coming. Scream 6 is coming out soon.
Shazam's competition, huh?
John Wick is coming.
John Wick is coming in some, isn't it? Like 2
March
months
24th.
No, like 2 weeks.
It's coming in a week.
Yeah,
I've been watching. All I've been doing is watching that preview of John Wick over. Like I have like the whole thing memorized. I cannot.
I told you, man. Like my wife is the one telling me when this movie is coming out, and she's ready to go watch this movie.
Yeah, they're projecting it's going to probably be right around this same kind of opening, which is high for John Wick.
Yeah, it's going to crush whatever's leading at the time.
Dude, do you know how cheap it is to make his films? I looked this up the other day because I was looking for something in a reference in one of the TV shows, and I looked it up and I accidentally ran across. Like it's like it costs like $60 million to make his movies. It's amazing, and they just like
you get it right back.
Yeah. Oh, more than yeah.
You get it first week, you got it right back.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That includes the salaries and everything. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, I bet you he gets points on it.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's got to get points, right? Yeah. He didn't take the salary on that shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's some big names in this one coming.
I hope he gets points.
Ian McShane. Yeah, I hope so.
Well, that's why he can probably afford to pay like a little bit. Hey, we can throw $1 million here or $2 million there just for like a quick little cameo or their small little scene, and it rounds out.
Shit, dude! If he got points, how much he fucking he made on that shit? Some stupid show of him just running around because his dog gets. Oh, brilliant! Fucking brilliant. Who's this fraud?
This young lady who was in Madam Web, apparently they are speculating. So this is just rumor. It's not confirmed yet.
Rumor.
That she will be playing Spider-Woman, the Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman. So she'll, in essence,
be Funhouse. You can send it to me.
Potentially the next Madam Web.
So we have Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
And then is Madam Web, and then this is.
It's an all-chick movie?
Julia
is this
Carpenter.
what we're doing?
Well, for the most part, there are a lot of chicks.
No, there's
in this
one
movie.
dude in there.
Yeah, there is.
Does this one have this piercing situation all the time?
No, this is from that show. Euphoria, that she was on. That she was on HBO.
Okay.
She's also a popular pick for either a Black Cat or a Spider-Gwen because of the. Well, I guess the haircut kind of helps. You can get that shaved side.
Yeah, that they could do to pretty much anybody.
Yeah, you could do that anyway. But, they could see it easier because if she already looks like the character, they go, yeah. That said, they found their Hellboy. Since we are getting a rebooted Hellboy, it's this Deadpool 2 actor. Do you remember him as Black Tom Cassidy in Deadpool 2?
That's Black Tom Cassidy!
It is 2 minutes on screen. Anyway, that's the guy they decided to go with, which I don't know. I don't know anything about him. Jack Kesey? I don't know how you say it, but
it's Tales from the Dark Side _
Look in the description, Funhouse. It's down there. All of our links are down there. You can find Marco's down there.
Yeah, I used to have it on here so people would bug him and send him messages, but then I got rid of it because
I usually don't respond. Yeah.
It just seemed pointless, so I got rid
of
it.
So that's Hellboy, huh?
It'll be the Hellboy, the new Hellboy.
Why wouldn't they just roll back with what's his name? Why did they bring what's his name back? Perlman.
I don't know. He's getting old.
Who gives a shit? You put a ton of makeup on him.
He doesn't want to do it. That's what I'm saying. He's getting old. You don't want to sit around in a chair for hours to put all that makeup on.
Yeah, whatever. For a paycheck, you would.
That's why you got to do it for somebody who's fighting for that paycheck.
This fucking guy.
Video game adaptation coming from Blumhouse. I don't know. I never played Dead by Daylight. I remember it, but they're making a movie, so figured I'd throw it in here.
Cool.
Get excited for that Roadhouse remake, as Jake Gyllenhaal apparently jacked, and also he filmed scenes at this recent UFC 285 for this movie, because I guess our new Dalton character is going to be a former UFC fighter. So,
well, Jedi's probably going to get all moist and wet over this, but I'm not watching this horse shit.
Well, I got to see what the story is.
No, dude, hold on. Come on. Roadhouse's story. First off, Roadhouse's story, just like Top Gun, wasn't exactly fucking rocket science, okay? Number two.
Well, that's what I mean.
It doesn't mean it was bad.
To make it rocket science.
That doesn't mean it's bad, but it just don't redo it. It doesn't need what do you mean you gotta see? Now they're doing these backstory. Oh, we gotta show them the knockdown UFC contender who gets no.
Yeah, we can see. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
thanks,
We'll see what
Bob.
happens.
Hey, look what Bob said to you, Pete. He's got a cat, and he's from England. Oh, Jedi says he doesn't need this. Nice.
Nice.
There's
a lot of things we don't need that we can still enjoy.
He's still gonna like it.
I don't need to drink, but I enjoy it. This is
all right. Next up,
tough.
What do we got?
Next up, a Madam Web star. This girl's also in Madam Web. I don't know who she's playing.
Everybody and their cousin. Every girl is in Madam Web.
Yeah, but she's going to be in the next Alien movie as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
no, there's that.
There is that. Just like, did you guys watch the new Turtles trailer that came out this week?
I did not.
Nope.
Is it good?
I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
It includes Jackie Chan.
Well, I'll get to that in a second. It's visually, it kind of looks like Into the Spider-Verse, like the way the animation style is.
Mm-hmm.
It's got kind of like almost like a comic booky kind of flatter 2D, 3D. I don't know how to explain. Well, you get it. Like
I understand.
Yeah. But yes, for whatever reason, Jackie Chan will be voicing Splinter, even though ninjas are Japanese and Jackie Chan is Chinese. I don't know why they feel like it's okay to make those swaps. Like the remake Karate Kid, where he was teaching Jaden Smith Kung Fu. It made no sense. Call it Kung Fu. Anyway, I don't want to go back to that old argument. But Jackie Chan is Splinter. And then we got a bunch of other voices. John Cena is Rocksteady. Hannibal.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Seth Rogen will be Bebop, since this is a Seth Rogen production, by the way.
Hell no.
This is a Seth Rogen movie. A revamp is by Seth Rogen. And this is in theaters.
There's already a
Paul Rudd will be Mondo Gecko. So they're pulling out all the stops.
Hold on now. Is there already? You said there's already a trailer for this?
Yeah, but they don't show anything about the turtles.
It's got to be a disaster.
No,
is it a disaster?
It just looks like another turtle movie. That's all. They actually seem like they're playing them younger, like the kid. They seem more like kids, like younger teenagers, not like 13. Let's say I would put them at like 13. They look younger.
Okay.
That's it. Let's just get over to streaming. We don't got a lot more. Just because a couple streaming stories, and mostly around the Penguin, because they cast Clancy Brown as Salvatore Maroni. So I like Clancy. But, who knows? Minor role. We got shots of Penguin on set. He's looking a bit beefier than he did in the Batman, but
that's to character. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's good.
Getting bigger, and they got a bunch of other but they're making this, filming this, so this will be coming to HBO Max eventually. So we're just gonna hop over to toys. Now there was a bunch of GI Joe announcements today. I didn't have time to put them together, so you guys can watch Dom and Jedi do those on Friday for all the Hasbro GI Joe stuff. So go check them out on Friday for that. So I focused more on these things I saw yesterday or the day before. Some of these Batman toys coming out of McFarlane. Kind of cool. I don't really see these as... I get it from the time of Nightfall that we get Tim Drake, Robin, and, this old school Batman, but it just doesn't scream Nightfall to me. It's just, if you didn't tell me it was Nightfall, I would just say it's just Batman.
Yeah, Batman and Robin,
you know
Well, they gave Robin the staff, so.
Yeah, well, it is the Tim Drake Robin. It did say that.
And he had the pants, right? Before that,
yes.
Robin wore shorts, so Tim Drake wore the tights.
Well, I call them shorts. It was more like a
underwear.
Yeah, Speedo, underoos.
Underoos, yes.
And they're also making, this might be actually kind of cool, the old school Batmobile for the new movie.
Yeah, B actually shared this with me. He was excited about this Batmobile, but this was from the Batman '89 movie, Michael Keaton's first movie, right? Okay.
Yeah, Keaton's.
Yeah, so this is the Keaton Batmobile. Since Keaton's in The Flash, they got a chance to make this Batmobile. It could be kind of cool because I do remember the original Batmobile toy. It was all right. Matchbox was really cool.
Yeah, agreed.
But we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, those Kenner ones were really expensive for a while.
And then getting back to our turtles, they are making new turtle toys to go, with them. So we got our,
Oh, look at that!
Were you issuing the pizza van?
Yeah, of course. And here are the turtles. You can see they kind of make them look more individualized.
They are goofy as fuck.
Yeah, well, like I told you, they're like kids. This is being it's Nickelodeon. This is like a Nickelodeon movie, by the way.
Hey, Pete, you do understand Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for kids, right?
No, that's what I'm reminding you. That's why it's going to be goofy, because these are actually, they're not like grown-ups doing the voices. They seem to be kids doing the voices of the turtles. And it's a Nickelodeon movie. So
I just want to know, is Vanilla Ice going to be in it?
I don't think so.
It might be a cameo, Marco. You don't know. It could be a surprise.
It would be great if you did.
As far as Turtles movies goes, I was telling my buddies this yesterday. We were talking about this, and as far as movies go, I am all about them rebooting, making new movies, new cartoons, new TV shows, new toys on a regular basis.
Agreed.
That keeps my Turtles books in a good spot. That keeps eyes on the Turtles, and Turtles are always good in my book.
And people like Turtles, yes.
Yeah, it's a good property, so kids are gonna like it.
But what I'm saying is it seems to be aimed more towards the kids as opposed to, say, the Michael Bay. Remember when they did that like revamp? It was just, not to say it was like adult, but it was still.
Yeah, I try not to watch anything Michael Bay does.
But you remember those? They try to make them look like real. It was
mutants,
yeah, not for me. All right, one more thing.
Have you guys ever seen what happened to the original suits, the turtle suits, where started to melt away? Like, it just started to disintegrate?
I can imagine. Like,
it looks freaky as shit. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh wow, look at this.
Trapjaw. This is from Mondo. 1/6 scale figure. Badass. Look at all these things. You get extra heads. You got all this going on. Only problem, how much do you think this costs?
$160.
At least two, and probably $250 for the deluxe.
Oh, Dub, you were very close. $235.
Wow.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't. As cool as this is, I can't.
They put out some beautiful figures. I mean, I don't own a single one, but they've been doing a line of animated X-Men that have been fantastic, and they've been doing these Master Universe ones as well. Absolutely gorgeous.
$1 million.
What's up, Eric?
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
So Mondo, just for the record, was purchased by Funko last year, I believe.
Oh.
So they were an independent company. I think they were affiliated with Draft House.
Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, they were affiliated with them for a while, but then Funko purchased the whole company just outright. So
they made some cool exclusive stuff, like the albums, they had the records that they were making, and then the posters.
Yeah, I got in on some of those before it got too crazy.
But that's it. I told you I try to keep news shorter this week because, well, I have a lot going on.
Trapjaw is cool. He was a great toy playing with.
Oh yeah.
Trapjaw
are my favorite. I like
how many people just took off his detachable part and used the one part as a cannon? Like whenever there wasn't anything put in. Did anybody else use that?
Oh yeah. For the little arm, because you had
cannon. You had the clompers. You had the what was it? It was clompers. What was the
what I used to do? I used to take
like that.
An extra axe and just jam that shit in there. Like the He-Man axe, since He-Man never really used the axe, he'll use the sword. Take his axe and jam that in there. And he had axe.
Yeah, no, I would always have him shoot, and then because then you could get the battle damage He-Man, and every time he shot the battle damage. What are you laughing at, Cub?
Hey, Joe. What do you call Trapjaw with a regular mouth?
Wait, where is it? Trapjaw with a regular mouth. What do you call him?
Jaw.
All right, you both get it. All right, we're good enough.
Ring the bell.
Good job, boys. Guys. Those two are funny today. We might have to give them a couple. Joe's been hitting them. Yep. He's been hitting them out of the park lately. He's really. The other day he was hilariously funny. Cool. What else we got?
Well,
got these terrible comics this week.
You want to get to the comics?
No, I don't. I'd rather not even do the comics this week, to be honest with you.
Well, we got it because I did the work, so I got to do it. So we can do them now, or we can do the Wizard now and do the comics after.
Let's do Wizard first because it's more exciting, and then we can. Or maybe it's not more exciting. I don't even know. This isn't the day to ask me any questions.
No, don't worry about it. I won't ask you anything.
All right.
Where is the Wizard? There it is.
Oh.
All right. So let's get this going here. This was supposed to happen last month, so this is going to be for February.
It was, yeah. We're a month later. We're a month late on this.
Not a month late. We're just a week late.
2 weeks late.
8 days.
A week and a day.
8 days. But as I like to remind you from Battlestar Galactica, all of this has happened before, and all of this will happen again.
So say we all.
It's cyclical. This stuff comes around again.
Ring the bell.
Good job.
Well, let's bring it back to those jazzercise days and go back to February 1996.
Wow.
That's a good year.
It was a good year. Let me set the stage for you. Let me bring it back in your mind. Allie Landry was crowned the 45th Miss USA. If you don't remember who Allie Landry is, she was the Doritos girl. You remember that commercial? She was the Doritos girl. Super Bowl, I believe.
I don't remember.
Tupac released his 4th album, All Eyes on Me. I think it was his last studio album, too, by the way.
It was. Because they needed Machiavelli after that.
Yep. And then
this
is not when they moved.
I'm a straight rod.
This is when the NFL and Cleveland allowed Art Modell to move the team.
Oh, yeah. This is the Baltimore year, wasn't it?
This is when they said, all right, you know what? You guys can go, but you're not
in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, right? And then the fans tore up the stadium.
No, this wasn't what that happened. This was just in this.
That was Indian.
They let them go, and they said you're not taking any of the Cleveland records or the Cleveland history. You're basically going to be an expansion team over there, because then they brought the Browns back the next year. Or no,
it was like 2 years later. No, the Browns ripped up the stadium. The Dog Pound ripped up the stadium before. Yeah.
But in February, because they actually decided to move before this, but this is when, like I said, they agreed to let them go. All right, let's get to the movies.
Food service? Yeah.
Let's see if these movies ring a bell for you. What was popping February 96? What were you rushing to the theater? You were going to go see Rumble in the Bronx with Jackie Chan and Happy Gilmore and Beautiful Girls, Black Sheep, and Broken Arrow. Which gave us that, I don't know if you guys remember that old movie site, Ain't It Cool News? It's because of Ain't It Cool was the quote from Travolta in this movie.
Oh.
When you were talking about Alamo Drafthouse, because Ain't It Cool News was based out of like that area, Austin. So I made the connection.
Go in the hole.
I remember Rumble in the Bronx. That was a great movie.
It was. I remember going to see all of those early transport, like bringing over the Jackie Chan movies over here, redubbing them.
My Pillow.
All right, topping the Billboard charts. What was in your CD player? Even your old cassette tapes still.
Yeah, it's still cassette tape.
Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men's One Sweet Day.
Mariah on Fire. Oh, Mariah Carey.
The two of them together. Number 2, though, was Mary J. Blige.
Oh, Mary J.
I was a big Mary J. Blige.
This is a good year. I told you it was a good year. This is why it was such a good year for me. Like, we were having these songs on. Of course, these were playing a lot. What did Mary J have? What did J have?
Not Gonna Cry. From Waiting to Exhale.
Well, that probably wasn't the best song to be played.
Oh, I like the song, but yeah, it's not what you were thinking of. That song don't go for that.
Yeah. No.
What else did we have?
What was that? What's 3?
The Tony Rich Project. Brandy had Sitting Up in My Room.
Mm-hmm.
Be My Lover from La Bouche.
Be My Lover. Be My Lover.
Hey,
see, that
Whitney
song
even had a song on here. Exhale.
What'd she have?
Exhale. Shoop Shoop from Waiting to Exhale. Oh, LL, number 10 with Hey Lover. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 95, 96. Good years for LL. LL had some good years there. Uh-huh.
On TV.
Yeah. You ain't lying, AOA. Mariah on Fire.
Our top 5. At number 5, The Single Guy was the 5th most watched show.
I wasn't watching too many TV shows. I was listening to too much Mariah.
Gulliver's Travels special movie.
What the fuck? This is real thing.
You don't remember this with Ted Danson?
No, absolutely not. I just told you I'm singing LL songs over here and Mariah songs. What do you think I'm doing? Not this. Not watching Gulliver's
You were
Train.
watching Friends.
Didn't watch this shit either. Is this the first year they were out, Friends?
No. I don't know. Well, this was 96, so this would have been like year
Gulliver Travel. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, Gulliver's Travels. Seinfeld was still rolling. They were nearing the end. Seinfeld was coming closer to the end in 96.
Ladies love Cool James. They do, Joe. They do.
And then still on top, I never watched ER, but ER was ruling the airwaves back then.
I saw Home Improvement, but that can't be the same one when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was still on in 96?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then Frasier was number 7.
What's that?
Remember the spinoff from Cheers?
Oh, the guy from Cheers? The guy from Cheers, yeah, that played Beast.
I never watched it, but I remember watching it all. Since it's February, there wasn't a lot of football to us to go back to, because back in those days, football was basically over in January. It didn't roll over into February a lot. So we're running with the NBA.
Okay. What do we got?
We're going with the All-Star Weekend for 96.
Woo!
Because
it's San Antonio.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
Oh, yeah.
You want to see how bad this is?
The jury. Yeah, go ahead.
Brent Barry wins the slam dunk contest.
No way. Yes.
From the foul line, wearing his jacket, Brent Barry.
What was Brent Barry's brother's name?
John Barry?
John Barry played for the Pistons, right?
Yeah, he played for the Pistons.
Yeah.
I just remember his dad was Rick Barry, right?
Rick Barry, yep. Oh my God. Brent Barry dunking. That's so San Antonio.
And we got legs. Tim Legler wins the 3-point shootout.
Oh, shit.
He could hit a 3 from anywhere in, what was it, NBA 95?
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the game.
NBA Live.
Was it Live 95?
I think it was Live. That is true. Did you see that dude? He was a Sixer, by the way.
Yeah, a cruising your 96 Cavalier. I had in 96, I was driving an 87 Thunderbird. And it was not, it was an 87 Thunderbird. That's not like
my parents bought me a car. So
no,
I was driving my Plymouth Neon. It wasn't a Dodge, it was a Plymouth Neon that I was rolling around in. Manual stick.
I just told you I had an 87 Thunderbird. I had 86 Thunderbird before that. NBA Jams. I'm on fire. Yes, that's the jersey I'm talking about. How ugly are those? Those jerseys were so fucking ridiculous. And then the Pistons decided to adopt this color scheme to have Jerry Stackhouse and them wear them in the 90s.
Grant Hill. That's the Grant Hill era.
Or Grant Hill, yeah.
Oh, remember that signing?
Well, no, Stackhouse had it too. It was Grant Hill going to Stackhouse. Because Stack was still there at Grant Hill before they changed it.
Yeah, but remember when like Orlando was going to try to be something? They're getting Grant, and then Grant just never came back.
I was not upset when he left.
Injury just never could get past.
Hill.
Yeah, no, I remember going to those games with Stack. There was nobody.
Yeah, that was it.
Dikembe Mutombo almost kicked my ass during one of those games. Well, the problem was, and Dub can attest to this, back then nobody would show up, so you could like take whatever you wanted into the Palace, and it was very common to take a fifth of alcohol, and by the time the half was over, you were pretty much over too. And doing to Mutombo at that time probably wasn't. It was before the riot, so like you were right. Like the benches used to extend 3 back. It used to extend. The visitors' bench used to extend back into the crowd, into the stands. So yeah, not a highlight of my life, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey,
yeah, he tried to grab me. Yeah.
But that should set the stage for you for our Wizard of 1996, our Lobo Wolverine Bart Sears cover that was a gatefold.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, cool.
Nice little gatefold cover here. And I shortened this. This segment was longer.
Oh God.
I shortened it because I figured nobody's going to care. It is the casting call from this issue. They were casting The Dark Knight Returns. The Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns.
Really? No shit.
Yeah, but they had so many extra characters. I just said, no. We're going to just stick with the bigger names.
When did... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's your question?
No, go. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, this was again 96. At the time, oh my God. Again, you know the story of Dark Knight Returns, older Batman. They wanted Fred Dryer. This was this dude? He had I can't remember the TV show he was on.
Who is this?
Hunter?
Hunter. Yep.
Yes.
Started with an H.
That's who they wanted.
Y'all watched a lot of TV. I don't even know what that is.
He was like one of those weird 80s, like a Magnum PI type, there's...
All right.
I never watched it. I knew what it was, though.
Yeah, I just knew what it was, too. Like, I didn't watch Heart to Heart, but I remember those things were on.
They got it. It was Hunter. They got it. They got it.
But my pick, since we're going older Batman, would be to roll with, Josh Brolin.
Not back in 96, bro.
No, we're doing it now.
Oh, I thought you were trying to do 96.
No. I'm doing their list now with actors from now. I'm not giving them my picks from 1996.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We could do that if you want, but that would be weird. Most of the people will have no idea what I'm talking about.
I definitely won't.
You didn't know Fred Dryer. So
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Guys, sorry, didn't. Yep.
All right. So this is taking their 1996
St. Louis
list.
Rams.
We're making this day. Who am I casting in a Dark Knight Returns movie? So in 1996, they wanted Anna Klumsky from My Girl. You remember My Girl?
Mm-hmm.
They wanted her as Robin. What was her name? I can't even think of her name. Carrie something?
Thomas. Oh, yeah. Carrie was Robin's name.
Yeah, whatever her name. Yeah, the character's actual name was. But I figured we needed a young redhead. Go with the girl from Stranger Things. I think that's what
you can't dye hair orange.
No, but it could work. Plus, she's actually pretty good. She was a pretty good actress for what she had to do in Stranger Things the last season. So if you watched it, you'll know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this casting. Huh? No.
Who would you pick?
Not this person.
So you can't just give me unknown.
Hey,
and then
you know who you should pick? Who's the dude from Umbrella Academy? Yeah, you can. Who's the dude from Under the Umbrella Academy? What's his name now?
He's probably like 25 now.
No, the one that played but he looks really young. He's got very feminine features. The dude from the hell is his name? He played Violet.
Oh, no, God, he's old.
Yeah, but he looks young as shit.
From Juno.
He looks when I see
Elliot Page.
When I see this Robin, I see that dude. Very feminine features.
Sure. If we were casting this back then, that's my
no. I mean today, Violet was Violet had very soft features. Or
still,
Violet changed her name to something. What did it change her name to?
Elliot.
Elliot. No. Whatever.
Oh.
Just
in the
Victor.
Comic.
Victor. Yeah. Ed Harris. What was he gonna play?
He was gonna play Two-Face because
Ed Harris was old in '96.
Yeah, well,
old as shit.
Remember, they were older characters in the story.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's why we got to go with older characters. But for today, I'm going with John Hamm.
No, absolutely not John Hamm. Hey, he gets the bell. He got it right.
Bring the bell.
Olivia Munn. As Two-Face?
Yeah.
John Hamm?
Well, it's not so much
the cheeseball guy.
In this, he didn't have his face messed up.
Yeah, but John Hamm's like a cheeseball. He's like hey. He's one of these guys. Hey, cha, hey. He's like a modern day cheesy ass Fonzie, bro. Nah, pass.
He was in Mad Men.
Fail.
You, sir, don't know what you're talking about.
Fail.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Who did you say it should be, Marco?
No, I don't know who it should be.
Oh, I thought you were saying somebody else.
No, I'm saying fail.
Just not this guy.
He just never saw Mad Men or any.
I don't give a shit.
All right. I didn't see Mad Men.
It's different to not care than to say it's a bad choice.
Oh yeah, no, it's a bad choice. It is a bad choice. I was trying to hit something.
What did the chat say? I can't see what the chat says because I got to run.
The chat says you're wrong.
He was pretty serious in Mad Men. He could pull it off. Mad Men was solid.
He dubbed
those. Oh, get out of here!
I'm just reading the chats.
See,
he's Don Mother effing Draper.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
This would have been an interesting Gordon, though.
Richard Green.
That I would have liked this as a Gordon. Yeah.
Big old
Sam Elliott is
Sam
good.
Elliott.
Yes.
And J.K. Simmons wasn't.
Is he still alive? Is he still alive?
Sam Elliott?
Oh, yeah.
I believe so.
I say you still cast him and play him because that would be fucking brilliant.
If we were doing your Olivia Munn rule, Gary Oldman still would be a great Gordon.
Yep.
You're right.
Whatever character he plays.
So I can't reuse him. So I'm taking Bryan Cranston.
Oh.
No, but here Joe says it then and now. Yeah, same. What?
I don't know. I'm still
The
taking
fuck?
Cranston.
You're
I'll
taking
take
this
Cranston.
dude?
Yeah, Cranston's great.
Breaking Bad.
I will take it.
You can't just say a fucking TV show the guy's in and that makes fucking. Well, he's in a TV show. Yeah, no shit, he's in a TV show.
Have you seen
I'm
Breaking
giving
Bad?
you a show that shows the range of acting ability that could pull off a serious role.
Yeah, you
The
can
Rock
say
would
Breaking
you
Bad
to give you?
for Bryan Cranston, and the argument is over. Like, there's no arguing. If you say Bryan Cranston, and you say Breaking Bad, done. Okay, thank you.
I never watched it.
Well, that's why you don't know.
Just because you don't get it.
Well, I've seen some clips, obviously, of him, and it wasn't that impressive. So
You can't get impressive off of a clip. You don't have.
well, I mean, that's how it works when you cast somebody. You come in and you do a little 3-second read, and if you fucking hit it, you hit it. And this doofus didn't hit it. So
but you didn't see his read.
You're giving Sam Elliott here, and then you're giving us Bryan Cranston. Not exactly same caliber.
Yes, because I would argue that Bryan Cranston has had a much bigger career than Sam Elliott. I love Sam Elliott. Going back to Roadhouse.
Bad
But
pick.
when's the last? I don't even know if he's fucking alive.
The whole chat saying, terrible pick, Pete. Terrible pick. Hey, listen. Sam Elliott was in Big Lebowski too.
Okay.
What range? What range?
Okay, you guys want to keep supporting Wizard? Defend this. Do you even remember who Brad Johnson was?
I know who Dwayne Johnson is.
The Rock. Who keeps saying The Rock? Who keeps saying The Rock?
He was apparently in Flight of the Intruder and Always. But you know who I'd pick for Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Boo this man. You cannot do that.
Boo
this man.
I know
This
we
guy
can't do that.
went on a rage-filled talent about Mum. Raged. He was blowing at the top, and this is what he's doing to you.
You don't know when enough is enough.
You just don't. This is absolutely absurd. Absolutely
But
absurd.
that's why I did it. It was for fun, but
Erroneous on both counts.
So you should.
I agree. This whole segment is erroneous.
No. You should have saved that though, because you should have waited. Because I do have another pick for you, and then you could have used erroneous on both counts.
Erroneous on both counts.
Still use it.
Icarus, Richard Madden. Because in the story, Superman didn't age, so Superman was still basically like a 30-year-old Superman.
Yeah. Where's Nick Cage in this?
No, because Nick Cage doesn't look like he's still young, so I had to pick somebody who still looks relatively young, even though we have an older Batman. Now, their Joker would have been interesting. A Tim Curry Joker would have been interesting.
I think that would have been good.
Yeah, I like Tim Curry.
Yeah, that's all right.
But
seen it.
I'm not going to give you who we've had already, so
I think Wizard.
Willem Dafoe.
I think Wizard. This is fucking old hat.
He's still just.
This is old hat. This is old hat. I think Wizard beat you. Unfortunately, I think Wizard beat you. They handily destroyed you this week.
Oh, this is why we're not continuing. Look at this other shit. They wanted me to cast the mutant leader, the one detective in there, and then
is that? Hey, wait, is that Vlad?
Is that Larry Appleton up there?
What the fuck?
No, it's not It's not Gary. It's not Larry Appleton. It's Mr. Cotter.
Oh,
yeah, that's Mr. Cotter. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Gabe.
In '96, they thought old Roddy Boy was going to be playing something. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, he was going to play himself. It was supposed to be Ronald Reagan.
Oh, playing Ronald Reagan.
That's why, and that's why I was like, why can't we just CGI?
David Letterman playing Letterman. All right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
that's just stupid.
But I did pick two out of this. I did pick two to do because we know who Green Arrow is. It was an older Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Howard Hessman.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Gabe Kaplan. Yeah, it was Nikita Koloff, wasn't that? Matthew, I thought I saw Nikita. Isn't Kurt Russell dead? He's dead. Isn't he dead? Well, he definitely should. No, that's not a good pick.
He would be a good Green Arrow. Old Green Arrow? I think so.
Even Dub's not.
I got nobody better, so I'm not gonna
think about it. All right, what about an old Alfred? Because you got an old Batman. We need an old Alfred. They wanted Tony Randall. I mean, the Odd Couple.
Dun, 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 dun.
You got to figure he's got to be older than Batman in this. So we got to get somebody who has some age on him.
Who's that guy that's always doing like or like Lost, or he's saving his daughter or shit? That's who you should use. Shave his head.
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah. William Neeson.
He's like the same age as Josh Brolin, though. He couldn't.
Yeah, old ass Alfred. He's old as shit.
No.
Josh Brolin's old as shit.
Bill Nye would be my pick. You want kind of a
science guy?
Yeah.
No, the other one. The one that's dead.
He's not dead.
He sure as shit is.
Is he?
Well, see,
no,
you
the
didn't
science
know, so you
guy's
can't
dead.
guess
This is
it.
not the science guy.
The science guy's not dead. The science guy's alive.
Oh.
You don't even know if this guy's alive or not, so you can't be casting him.
You said he was dead, so I thought I missed something.
I fooled you. I don't know if he is or isn't. I don't think anybody knows if he is or isn't. Yeah, Malkovich. John Malkovich would have been an all right Alfred. I give you that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
hey,
what
listen.
we have for that. That segment is now over.
As usual, you're just okay. Hold on. What was Bill Nye? Right? How do you spell it?
Nighy.
I think he might be dead.
No, he did all like the Hot Fuzz and.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
No, I know it was a while ago.
I think it's Ric Flair. Ric Flair should be Alfred.
No, he's 73, man. He's still kicking it.
Yeah, I told you. He's not dead.
Yeah, you told me. You said, no, that's not. You didn't tell me. You said, I don't know. I think he might be.
You said he was dead, and I'm like, well, shit, did I miss something?
Maybe is he dead?
Then I thought about it. I was like, how the hell would Marco even know who he is?
Then you tell the other guy that he was dead. I know who that guy is because I liked all those movies that they did.
Yeah, well, the science guy, that I honestly don't know if he was alive or dead, just because I didn't follow Bill Nye, the science guy.
I followed Bill Nye, the science guy too.
I didn't know that. I mean, I just knew Bill Nye.
It's not Bill Nye the science. They're two different. No,
I know it's not Bill. Dub's the one that thought he was Bill Nye, the science guy. All right,
because the names are very similar.
It was me. Yep.
Yeah.
But here we go. Our top 10 for February of 1996.
Ryan, Bill, get out of here. Don't antagonize. Don't help him out.
All right.
Beetle, no.
Number 10. In 1996, our number 10 book on the Wizard Hot List was...
Yes, Hot List.
X-Files.
Oh, Jesus. The top one. Oof.
Number 2?
Yes.
It was selling for a solid $16 at that time.
Why does it say 1,760?
Because they were all limited to 90,000.
Oh, yeah. It was printed on the book.
Sweet.
Topps Comics.
Yeah, Topps. That's right.
I knew number 1 was a big deal. I didn't realize I don't remember why number 2 was
1996, $16.
Yeah.
Well, this is why you didn't know.
This is 96.
Because today, this is a $1 to $2 book.
Yeah.
Number 9. He just came to DC. Everybody's favorite Marvel Knight, Joe Quesada's Ash. From Event Comics. Remember that? Him and Jimmy Palmiotti.
His own label?
Yep.
Ash, the firefighter.
The firefighter.
Yeah.
This book was $15 back then. $15 for this number 1. Even more surprising, this thing is at least $3 today.
Wow.
It's not $1. It's $3.
Nice.
All right, number 8. Man, this stuff brings me back. You think of all the gimmicks and all these number 1s. Twofold here. Vengeance of Vampirilla foil cover.
From Harris Comics.
This is a Joe Q cover, too.
Q was on fire this year.
Mm-hmm.
$26 this book was selling for back then.
That's a lot.
96. That was a lot.
Oh.
You know what's more surprising? This is still $10 to $15 today.
Wow.
There's also like a blue foil and a gold foil. Like there was like
of course there
whatever,
is.
but the red foil was cool. And it was the regular issue. So keep an eye out for it. So for $1 box, find this in $1 box, it's worth 10 to 15. Number 7. I was surprised they had this on the list. This actually isn't a new gimmick book for the time. This was old school at the time. Wolverine, number 1, 1987.
Dig it. $15.
Solid. $36 at the time.
Oh!
Wow.
Solid 36. And that's kind of where it's at today. It's 30 to 50 raw.
Yeah. I get what major comics. That's what I'm saying. I think that's kind of.
Yeah. Well, but that's what people started pricing off of. That's what the Wizard said. Like that book came out a month ago. Well, that's what it says. We didn't have the internet. We had to rely on yearly edition books to price things.
No, they had quarterly. They had monthlies for a while. Then they had
I know. Number 6.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
Sold some of these this last weekend. Yes,
Lady
sir.
Death.
Lady Death Chromium. Looks good.
You know how much this was back then?
I think $42 is, I assume, what Wizard's going to say.
You got a guess, Dub?
35.
$70. I traded one of these at it was like a mall convention. I traded one of these for $50 in credit. I can't remember what I used the credit on. I think I used it on like Jim Lee X-Men books that I needed, but I traded this for $50 in credit from a dealer at the time.
Wow, $50.
Exactly.
People still buy this shit, dude.
Well, this was like 96 when I did this.
No, people like as of today still buy
They
this
still
shit.
print these. They still make these. Limited edition, very, very selective group. But today, this book, as you said, it's still 20 to 40 bucks. Easy. Like it's granted, it's not 70, but it's still make you a few bucks if you can find one. Number 5. So we get to our top 5.
Yep.
J. Scott Campbell's Gen 13 number 1. Once again, surprised by the then price. Do you want to guess?
This was like a $40 book, I'm guessing.
This has got if Lady Death is $70, this book has got to be
Don't say $82. Newsstand. That's just the picture I got.
$82.
Dub.
Really?
Right on point. It was 42 bucks.
Wow. It was a Lee and a Kyle. All right.
Yeah.
And it had titties.
Yeah.
But this wasn't the first appearance. That's why I think.
No, I know, but people like titties on the cover. Yeah. People like titties on the cover.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But this is still $8 to $15 today. So we're nowhere near the 42, but not bad. Number 4, you like Chromium. I got some more Chromium for you.
Give it to me.
Generation.
Oh, I love this book. Got this book, a bunch of this book.
Generation X. New team. This one I'm not going to play that game with you because it's not very fun. It actually wasn't that expensive yet because it was new.
$8.
Close. $6.
Yeah.
And today it's only
$2.
$1 or $3.
Yeah.
Because they made a lot of these, to be fair. But I still like the series. Number 3. I think was this more Chromium? I think it was.
Yeah.
Omega.
Oh yeah.
Omega is
the Omega issue.
But this was an expensive book coming out it was because it wasn't the regular price of the book, right? Because it was bigger in Chromium.
I think so. I think it was a little pricier. It was like $3 at the time.
No, I think it was like $5.
Well,
wasn't it?
The Wizard price at the time, at least, was only $7.50.
Yeah. Maybe it was $4.50. Maybe it was $4.
Yeah, it could have been like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
You're right. It could have been. I don't remember. It's probably on the back, and I didn't get the fold out, but the price is probably on the back side. But today, this is still $3 to $7. So it kind of maintained its price.
I don't know. It's hard to find. Yeah, it's hard to find it for $3 to $7 in good shape. Like it really is.
Good shape, yeah. $2.95 was the cover price.
There you go.
$2.95, so $3. Yeah.
$3.95.
$3.95. $4. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Number 2.
I love Age of Apocalypse.
Dub was wondering what happened to it. Here it is. X-Files number 1.
Number 1.
120,000. So they reduced the amount of printings each time. So 90,000. Was number 3
50,000,
60,000, and then was it 30,000, and then was it no?
Do you want to hazard a guess on the price of this one in 96?
What did 2 go for? 14. So this is $52.
If I recall.
$50. Make you holler.
I'm gonna say 40 on this one as well.
Split the difference.
45.
44.
Oh, you got it, BK. You got it.
44. And today, well, $2 to $15. You can get
I'm pretty good at pricing them nowadays. I'm pretty good at pricing them nowadays. Not so good at the 90s.
You can get ones for 15 if you're lucky. And our number one book in February of 1996. Do you even want to try to guess the book?
1996?
Based off of the things, it's going to fit the kind of a theme you saw in some of these books.
Chromium or Age of Apocalypse?
I'm going to say X-Men Alpha.
X-Men, that's fine. No,
I'll give you another hint. The theme that I'm referring to is the bad girl theme of the mid-90s.
Oh, Witchblade?
That'll be a good guess, but it's not that one.
I hope it's not She or Cyblade, because that was.
She.
It's She.
Oh.
It's She. It's She. It's She. He goes, I hope it's not She. I go, She. And then it's She.
Billy Tucci.
You got it. I remember he came to like a small con in like it was like a hotel con that I was at.
You fucking said. I hope it's not She. I was like, oh, it's 100%. Absolutely.
Do you want to guess what She was selling for in 96?
No, if it's number one.
No way it's selling for $60. No way.
That's correct.
45.
20. Yeah, it's got to be in the 40s. $48.
Less. This one was only a.
How's it number one then?
$34.
This makes no sense.
Because it was hotter, I guess. I don't know.
It's hotter, but selling for less. What the fuck? Who said that this is bullshit? I agree. Wizards a bunch of bullshit. Just trying to.
And today
this is always bullshit.
$3 to $7.
It was just fun to read.
This is just some horse shit.
Yeah, and to keep it shorter, I didn't do the artists and writers, so I just wrapped it there. So that was our Wizard Rewind for February. It's still fun to go through that stuff.
No,
he tried really hard with that Billy Tucci. He tried so hard with that scene.
She not good.
She couldn't make it.
She did not make it.
She was no Kabuki.
She just didn't have it, dude. Did not have it. All right, cool.
All right. Well, we could either do the new comics or we can get into the bronze list, but I need you to fill 30 seconds or so.
Oh, dang it. I was going to ask you to do the same thing. Well, all right, this is what I'll do. I'll explain to you what the bronze list is again for all those people that are coming in. So we've done this before years ago. We did it when TAC first started again. I did it on an old show I used to be. And it never took, and I couldn't relate how it is. And part of the theory behind this is like, I don't know how to say it, Dub. This is something we always like. We look at books in the Overstreet. One of the greatest use for the Overstreet guide, besides getting books cheap from old men, is that you look at the top lists that they put out every year. Because it's actually pretty legit. We know most of the people who sold those books.
The market reports, the different people.
The market reports, the part in the front, right? So we watch that.
Right.
So in this one, we've done it on silver kind of before. We couldn't figure out a way that it would be easy to translate to people. And the last time we tried to do like a tier list or any type of top 10 ranking on this, we did top 10 ranking once. Then we did a tier list trying to use the same type of stuff. And people just shat all over it because all they said is like, that book, I want it. I want that. Because you guys, I mean, whatever.
S tier.
Yeah.
Like, I want a lot of these books.
I get you want it, but we're saying like if you had to make the tough decision, if you were actually sellers, if you were actually people who bought and sold books, like, and you had 20,000, we're doing it now this time because I figured each book is $2,000, different grades. So that you can only have so many books for so many times periods, and then it goes down to another time period. So I think the numbers are like you have to invest for at least 10 years. You have to invest for at least from what is it? Could you know the numbers?
It's pass. You're not going to invest. 1 to 2, 3 to 5.
Yeah.
6 to
so
10.
1 to 2 would be like the flip, right? That's you're just getting it graded. You're flipping it. You're turning it out, or you have it. You just want to reslab it. You want to slab it. Yeah. Good. You're done. The other one is you're actually going to hold it for a little bit because you think that the value, it's undervalued and it'll tick up at a higher rate. And then the long-term one is you don't think the book's going to lose too much value and you can hold it for 10 years. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to put a limit on it where you can only have, $5,000 or what is it? $10,000 to hold for 10 years. What is it? 3. So it's 2 for $6,000 to hold for the next one. And then you get another quick flip in for, the rest is 4,000. So 4,000. So that's 2 books. So it goes 2 books, 3 books, and 5 books. And then you got to pass on the rest. And we've got 19 books to go through. But before we get into that, and we will explain it one more time, go ahead, Dub.
No, I'm just counting them ahead. You're good.
Yeah, right. I did.
Yeah.
My math's
2,
always
3,
right.
5. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
I might be exhausted as all shit, but my math is always right.
You're all
Yeah, I don't
100% on
never
point.
wrong on that shit. Anyways, they're gonna review comics real quickly, so I don't have to listen to some of that shit, and then I'll be right back. All right. Yeah.
All right, let me run the thing so I can get it set up. All right, so our new comic book day. Yeah, Marco
I like
was
that
right.
picture.
Oh yeah, I found this just by happenstance. I think it was part of the James Gunn announcement of the Vertigo characters. I was like, "Ooh, I like it. I'm using it." So I changed it for today.
Awesome.
So our new comic book day recap for yesterday and today, basically. And I'm going to start off with Marvel. And the first one, I didn't even ask these guys to read it because I didn't want to subject them to it. So this is going to be our quick little check-in on this book because I figured I wanted to see if this Bloodline book got any better. So I'll show you the covers while I just quickly tell you it doesn't really get that much better. It's not terrible, but it ain't good. It's kind of just trying to make it be Buffy, or you know what I mean? It's got that tone of it's like a CW type show of, oh, we're gonna be friends, or we're gonna be enemies. I don't know. I don't know. A few covers here: the A, B, C, Peach Momoko Women's History Month D, and then there's a 1 in 100 out of nowhere. So there's no 1 in 25. It just multiple variants, and then 1 in 100.
Wow, who did that one?
That's Ivan Tao, I think.
Tao, gotcha.
And he did the B cover, I think. So it's just the B cover version, which once again takes away to me. If this was on its own, and there was no other edition that I could afford, you get me thinking about books.
Yeah.
But if there's a $4 version, I'm just gonna get the $4 version. But again, it's not that great. It's very paint by numbers. You know where it's going. And Blade shows up. Yay.
Yay. Well, he was in the end of the first one, right?
Yeah, and he only
On
shows
one
up in the end
panel.
of this one. So you get like 2 panels of Blade. He jumps in and saves her from vampires because, yeah. And also, she's turned like kind of a vampire too. I don't really get it. Maybe she's still taking her serum, so I guess she hasn't controlled that side of her, like Blade, whatever. Not great. So we'll leave that one there. I'm probably not going to check in on it again. I think I've had enough.
So really quick, Pete, I just would like to address BK's comment that we are picking the worst books to review. I checked last week's video, and there were no comments left after the video.
Nobody's telling me what they want to hear.
So if you don't follow the rules, BK, you have no right to complain about things.
Yeah. I still know somebody asked for Flash, and I considered doing Flash for DC this week, but Dub pointed out we're in the middle of like an event.
Yeah, it was like part 4.
Yeah, like part 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And like it's too deep to try to jump in. So we'll save Flash. I know it's been good from what I hear. Wait till this event is over.
Yeah, we missed the beginning. I'm happy to review any. We'll review any 3 books if, and I'll even push to 4 if necessary. But like, we're trying to be fair to the different books that come out every week, trying to pick different ones. You can put it in this chat all you want. I don't go back and read any of this chat.
Yeah, and I can't see it while I'm doing this
today. So you can put it in the chat after the show, BK.
Yeah, put it in the comments after so I can see it. You guys know I respond to those.
Yes, I will take your advice, BK.
But the book, then again, I told you this was just a check-in. Just because we reviewed this book already, I just wanted to check in to see if it got better. Like I did with the Action Comics. Did that not too long ago. But the new book I decided to try was, hey, I think this is the end of Jason Aaron's run on Avengers. So, hey guys, let's check this one out. Avengers 66.
I'm glad you started with this one, yeah.
I was like, okay, this ain't gonna be bad, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea what the hell was going on. A lot of covers.
The cover was kind of cool though. I like that 8-bit cover.
Yeah. The one's connecting. The other one I think is a wraparound.
Yeah, that white one's connecting, I believe. Yeah.
Then we got this Stormbreakers cover, and then we got one of the timeless Alex Ross's, which you guys see. I made some shorts of these things. I still have to do the villains, but the hero ones are rolling out. My little cover runs for short, so check those out. And then there's a 1 in 100 sketch version. But man, this book, I read the recap too to try to bring me up to speed. Figured, okay, I'll know what's going on, right?
Yeah. And they gave us a breakdown of the cast here.
Yeah, I thought that would help.
Yeah. No.
Dude, I was lost. I was like, what's this? It's like young Thanos, and then is this young Mephisto? Because it looked like a young Mephisto, and there's all these villains tied up, and then look, there's a whole bunch of other Mephistos talking to Mephisto, and like, okay, we got Council of Kangs again, but with other characters.
We have a Council of Richards, we have a Council of Kangs, and
the Council of Ricks,
Mephistos, and a Council of Ricks, exactly.
And so then they're fighting, and he's killing all of them.
Yeah.
Why is BK throwing another temper tantrum?
He's mad at the books we've chosen to read.
Did mommy not give him any breast milk this morning, or what?
He absorbs them. Like, when did this happen? I don't get it, but okay. So now we got a Mega Mephisto. Mega Mephisto. And then we jump through, like, look at all these Cap characters. I'm like, what's going on here? And it's like a Doom world. There's a bunch of Doom bots, I guess, or they're Dooms. They're not Doom bots.
And the shields are melting. Yeah.
It took me a second. Then I remembered these are Thor's granddaughters. It took me a second. Then I figured out who they were once the next page hit, and they were like, grandfather. I was like, oh.
And they all have hammers.
They all had hammers. And then Mephisto is, again, gigantic. He's like a kaiju. He's breaking through shield helicarriers. There's an alternate version of Loki that apparently is called Avenger Prime, and he looks like the eye of Agamotto on his head, and I don't know. There's a lot of craziness going on.
And then they call in Galactus.
Don't forget, we got cosmic powered Kazar here too, who showed up. Like, okay, Kazar's got the power cosmic, and yes, Galactus showed up, and he is a honorary Avenger.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, this is happening, folks.
He gets to eat the planet.
There's a new Gorilla Man, apparently. This is also the thing. There's jumping around. Then there's like a Deathlock Celestial. And then we get back to there's extra hammers lying around for his daughters to pick up. And then that ends Avengers Assemble. And it's like, and this is not the end, apparently. This is the end of Jason Aaron's run on Avengers, but this story will continue in Avengers Forever 15.
And there's some kind of one-shots coming as well for this.
Avengers sucks. It always has.
I have no idea what happened here. But this was not a good idea to review this book. Because I was worried about the Flash being, it's the middle of an event. We'll be lost. I had no idea that this is what I was walking into. The Council of Ricks and the Kaiju Mephistos and extra Gorilla Man and Deathlock Celestial. Anyway. That was Avengers 66. Then I decided, I pitched Poison Ivy 10. I was like, let's read that. And I'm like, I don't know if anybody wants to read that. And The Flash, like I said, is part of an event. So even though I was going to originally just do a check-in, I said, okay, let's just do the next issue of Batman. I like the last issue. Let's just do the next issue of Batman, right?
Yep, I read this too.
And there's a few covers. I'll show you the covers real fast. There's the A, and then we got a Joe Quesada B, Art Germ C, a 1 in 25 Derek Chew, and then a foil 1 in 50 of the Art Germ. Cool covers. And yeah, this wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. Like, I'm still kind of into the story. It's progressing. I don't know if I cared for this Riddler, but their version of the Riddler with the orange and purple.
The red or the orange Riddler.
This book actually let me down. How hot it started, it wasn't that good. No,
that's what I'm saying. It wasn't great.
Just like
but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. I mean, we're getting here. So the Riddler's like interrogating kids to see if they got to go to their Arkham or whatever the hell. And then I guess we get a hint at who this red mask guy is. I guess
he's got some kind of weird tornado floating powers that he can.
Tornado.
I'm thinking, is he Red Death? Is he like the Batman Flash or a Flash, a Zoom? Like, I don't know. He seems to have Speed Force powers.
Maybe it's Max Mercury.
Maybe.
And
then Batman has to go dig up Bruce Wayne's.
He doesn't have to. He just decides to.
Yeah.
He needs to figure out what killed Bruce Wayne. He's got to figure it out what happened. And then
at first, I thought he was staying in there. I had to read that page again. I was like, "Wait, what? You're zooming the body?" I was like,
"Yeah,
oh, okay, all right, whatever."
He's zooming the body, and you see he walks off with it.
Yep,
And
he takes
Alfred
it to go
lets
do
him go.
tests on it. Yeah, Alfred tries to stop him at first, but he convinces him to let him go.
Yeah, he shows him his face. He's like, "You can't be." He's like, "You know who I am. I'm from another universe. I know it's crazy."
Yeah, the lines was bullshit. This line, the actual like lines.
Yeah, the dialogue wasn't great
terrible.
in this bit.
Oh,
right
it
here.
was so horrible.
Because Alfred
Imagine.
Pennyworth raised me.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah, so
then
stupid.
he's got an MRI machine. I don't know, and somehow he changes it to check for multiversal energy. I don't know how. I know Batman's smart, but he's still working with what's in front of him. How do you turn a regular medical unit to search for multi-universal energy? I don't know, but that's what he was doing.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And then we had Harvey Dent Bane show up, and yeah, they're gonna fight because he's like, "I already beat your ass once." He's like, "You didn't beat me."
He didn't beat me.
Then they fight, and
Yeah.
and he's beating the shit out of him in the street, and then I don't know what he was like calling out the other cops. He's like, "What are you waiting for?" I was like, "Is he kind of losing it here?" But then Catwoman shows up and says, "I'll tell you what you want to know." And then like, "All right, you want to do a team up? Yep, let's go have a team up." Because
yeah, we
like
also that
red
coming.
death guy or
Yeah,
red
yeah.
mask guy.
That was like forever to get to what we already figured out.
And then she shows him that there's a whole world underneath. It's
In tunnels, yeah.
fucking Mandalore. There we go. She takes it down to the mines of Mandalore.
There you go.
Underground caves where everybody lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the end of our Batman. Except it wasn't.
Because then we got the dumb
That's
shit
not
afterwards.
all. There's more.
We got a little.
Just
extra.
flip through this a little bit. This is just.
It's only it's only two. I got two panels here.
Okay, good.
It's just Toy Man. Hey, people, let's get out of here. Oh shit, there's one missing. You stay here. I'll go find him. He goes to find him. Oh,
this
there's
was
a
Dick
creep
Grayson,
here.
right? Dick Grayson's in the suit.
Yeah, supposedly.
Looking for Batman. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is Dick Grayson looking for Batman.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
He's
I was
putting
just
out
making
the
sure.
little,
It was Grayson wasn't great.
homing mines on everybody to
Mhm.
try to get them to go back to the regular universe.
Yeah. Then they come back.
One person's left.
He finds the one last person and gets the Toy Man back too. And tell me how to find Batman. Okay, that's it. It was like 6 pages, but
it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
It was shit. Bad week.
Oh, yeah, one more still.
No, it wasn't any better. Hurry up on this one.
I'll hurry up on this one because there's not a lot to say. I also didn't realize this was released on Comixology in 2021, but this new book that people were talking this week, Clear, #1 from Scott Snyder, apparently has already been out. They're just printing it now. And printing it with a shit ton of covers. There's an A, there's a B, there's a C. We keep going. There's a D. There's a foil that's also regularly priced. So that's what, 5? Oh, we got a 1 in 10. We got another 1 in 25. And we have an FOC reveal cover as well. So those who didn't think that Dark Horse was doing variants, they are.
Hey,
It's
Lopez.
the second week in a row.
Hold
right?
on.
Blue book.
Hey, Lopez. How did your Daredevil review go last week, bud? Keep going. Make sure you check it out on Saturday nights.
So this whole thing starts out to set the stage. There's a lot to read here. It's some long, drawn out joke about prison and fire and watch while this young lady jumps off the top of the bridge in San Francisco.
Dude, the writing on this was so bad.
It was just drawn out.
Yeah, the kid says this and the kid says that and the kid says, it's like, oh my god, this is so stupid.
Yeah, so that
part
part,
the story that the kid's saying, and then I thought
they were explaining the whole in this universe in the future how you can see what you want to see.
It wasn't such a bad. All this wasn't so bad. It was okay, but kind of just rehashed.
Yeah, it's kind of like got a noir futuristic Blade Runner kind of meets.
It actually, after the first part, I stopped. I was like, I'm not going to read this. Then I started reading this. I was like, okay, it's okay.
It's terrible. It's just a little long-winded to get going.
Yeah, I had a reread because of the difference between the dark vices or whatever and the.
You can make yourself see what you kind of
and you get it on the black market, and then you can adjust what you're seeing based on what you pay.
And this guy's a detective. He was hired to follow this other guy right now, and then he gets jumped by the cronies. They inject him with something, so then he's seeing some wild stuff as he's chasing these guys down. Just to give you a sense of what these drugs and these cybernetics and things will do to you. But he's an old school kind of guy. He likes the real deal stuff. An old cop partner of his, maybe. I guess he used to be a cop. is the implication, but now he's like a private eye. Brings him to go see the body of the young lady we saw jump before, and that's his former love. And he's like, I can identify her. And he's like, I didn't bring you to identify her. I brought you here. I forget why he said he brought him here.
To just so he knew.
Just so they could see it,
contact her, or why she did it.
because he knew they were in a relationship,
Yeah.
And then you get the old Sin City, the whole
old school film noir type stuff, old Philip Marlowe type deal. There's the
damsel in distress in your office.
Woman in distress who hired him to do that original job, who's flirting with him and telling him, too good to be true. And then she also mentions there was a package there when she showed up. He opens the package. It's apparently this watch that had this long ass joke that we had to read through the first time that he gave to the girl who jumped in on the back.
I was murdered.
So
dun, dun, dun.
Decent hook and not terrible. It was just a little.
Well, but they did the call back to the watch thing too. There is kind of corny.
Yeah,
it was okay.
It was okay. That's the thing. And you can read the rest of it out there because it's on Comixology. So it's 6 issues. So if you don't want to wait for Dark Horse to publish them, you could read them.
I will tell you that it was better than Avengers.
Yes, I will agree. Agree.
And from
I would say that toilet paper is better than all 3 of these combined.
But there are books for this week. So again, like Dub said, if you want us to read something else for next week, mention it in the comments. The video.
Come on, BK. Please, BK. Please.
Not on the side.
Yeah, it books that come out that week. The week.
Yeah. Because I'll try for if you want to pick one in the future, but I might not remember. To be fair.
Yeah, next week is March 15th. So any Marvel, DC, independent books that come out on March 15th, please leave them in the comments after the show. New books,
and we'll give them a try.
We will try them out.
Even was it Yasmin from Sky? All right, if it's an indie book, we'll give it a try.
We're not gonna read
That's old. That's old, Tony, isn't it? That's from a couple years ago, unless they made a new series.
Oh.
All right. Finally, we're going to get back into this thing. Let's go. All right. So, Doug, could you explain this to the people so they can understand what we're doing today on the tier list?
We're talking about the tier list. So we have a total of 19 books. We have a list.
Pete, can you show the categories?
Yeah, we have 4 categories.
Okay. Here we go.
Choose from.
Here are categories.
So the categories. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So the categories are how long you hold these books after you buy them. 6 to 10 years, 3 to 5 years, 1 to 2 years, or you pass and you don't choose that book. What we mean by choose that book is these are all an average of $2,000 books, and you can put 5. Was it 5 in the 1 to 2? Is that how it works?
5 in the 10.
5 in the 6 to 10.
Yep.
3 in the 3 to 5. 2 in the 1 to 2.
Yeah.
That's a total of 10 books. So you have $10,000.
You will be spending $20,000 on these books in these grades.
Yeah. So if I gave you $20,000 to buy, originally it was going to be me just give you $2,000 and you guys could figure it out. But then I figured that wouldn't be that good of a show. So instead, we took the list from Bronze Age this year from Overstreet. We took out 19 books. I didn't use any price variance because it's just too hard. And then there was 1 or 2 books we did not use in the 25
Star Wars
because because they're just too hard to find regular prices. These prices are based off of averages from eBay sales over the last year. Okay. Yes, some of them might be $2,200, but if you can't go to a show and negotiate $200 off of a $2,000 book, you probably shouldn't be voting for any of these books anyways because you don't know what you're doing. All right. So here we go. We're going to try this. We've tried similar things in different ways. I don't know how to get this across. It seems fun. Every time I explain it, I have a good time doing it, but it hasn't worked yet. Maybe you'll surprise me. I doubt it.
Yeah,
but let's get the chat involved.
Once again, to remind you all, we can only spend money on 10 of these 19 books. So that means 9 of them are not making it.
9 aren't making it.
They're not going to be our investment portfolio.
And 2 of them have to be books that you pretty much are grabbing raw and grading.
So you're trying to make money on
right off the bat. And then you get your 3 to 5 year books, which are, you're waiting for you've heard something in pre-production, or you just think the book is Yeah, it's going to be hard. We're trying to make it a little
making
tougher.
it tough on you because you're going to also have to make these decisions based on
because
grades.
usually when we do this list,
I love this book.
I love this book. I wish I had it. I wish I had this book. Yeah. So,
So to review, 9 books will be in pass.
Not in this fun little game. You can't.
No. All right. So let's go. Let's start off with 1. Yeah. Well, don't worry. We'll help you with the math. Dude.
Yeah, things are going
to give it to Zaggy. Somebody give it to Zaggy. Zag. He's been hitting nicely.
Right.
Good job, Zag. Good job. All right. Good job. All right.
We got to go through these one by one, and we might do some re-racking.
Okay. You ready? Yeah, we can re-rack as many times as we need to.
That's where the fun's going to come, I think.
I think it is. So here we go. Let's start off. I don't want to start off with that book because everybody's going to rank it. Well, maybe I should because we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's all about the re-rack. So we'll
all
see
right.
what happens.
So it's Hulk 181 in a 3.0. Now, this is probably one of the books that, like, when you're looking at it, let me see what I got here. There we go. Yep. So it's a 22. It's averaging out to 22. So you could definitely negotiate down to $2,000 in a 3.0. I have an opinion on this and what I would do with it or what I am doing with it.
In this grade.
In this grade, yeah. We're not talking about all grades. The problem with this book is, believe it or not, it's fluctuated a lot over the last year. I mean, in certain grades, it has definitely fluctuated the pricing, which causes.
So do you keep this book for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, or you don't buy it? Those are your options.
At this price.
At this price.
At this price.
In this grade.
Yeah, which is like interesting because if you think this book is high right now, like I'm not saying that in 10 years you won't get $2,000 out of it or $2,200 or $2,500 or $3,000. I'm saying you probably will. But is that a big of gainer as maybe something else that'll be sitting around for 10 years? There's a lot of these.
But much like you want to do with your investment portfolio, you also might want to pick some books that you figure are going to just kind of
safe.
Be safe and hold a little bit.
Well, I mean, the top 25 are pretty much all safe. Like, you know, for those people that don't know, Overstreet used to do the top 10 in this realm, but like it was always like 12 to 15 books. So finally, they're just like, F it, let's put the top 25. And Hulk 181 has always been in the top 10.
We got some interesting responses so far already.
We've got a 10, we've got a 5, we've got a 2, 2 2s.
Yeah, we got a couple flips, but I don't think I want to flip at this price.
2 passes.
I actually think the 1 to 2 is the worst decision you can make.
Yeah, I have this book. Well, mine's only a 2.5, so it makes it kind of tough to make the call.
Hey, hold on. BK gets the bell. The picture book can easily give it to him. Finally, he's been shooting his shot all night. 1 hour and 27 minutes, and he hit it, dude. And he hit it hard. Good one.
Yeah, but I'm either at pass or I'm at 6 to 10. It's like
yeah,
or I'm just not going to play.
Yeah, that's for Pete's sake. Says 1 to 2, 1 to 2 for.
But considering it's this early and we could re-rack, I'm probably going to place this in if I was making the call, 6 to 10 for now.
Terry, I got a question for Buff and Terry. Why would you guys pass at that grade? Is it because you think it's too? Hey, what's up, Cougar?
Hey!
Oh, look at that.
Why would you pass? I wonder why you pass at that grade. I mean, it's a top 25 book in all grades for Bronze Age. So, like, actually, it's a top. Believe it or not, it's a top 5 book in all grades for Bronze Age. So, unless
maybe
you think
they don't think it's the right value. Yeah,
that's what I'm asking. That's why I want to know. Yeah, that's why I want to know.
We've got
anybody that said pass on it.
Yeah.
What do we got? So we got 6 to 10. I guess we're gonna have to pass on it. We got more passes than anything else. 3 to 3 5 higher grade, longer. Yeah, maybe. I actually think it's easier to move the low if you believe that it'll double. If you believe that every year and a half it'll double, I think in the 3.0 it'll be easier to move in the 10-year period at a lower grade. It just it's always easier to move the smaller books in long term. It's just let you know that right off the bat.
Yeah, not everybody every day is going out and spending 40 grand on a higher grade key because it's just not happening.
Okay,
despite what
that's what they think.
Auctions may make it look like.
Dude, these are both very. Hey, these are both very. This is good. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. All right, we got a couple 2-3 passes. We got a 6 to 10. We got. It could be. That's still funny. 1 to 2, 1 to 2. 3 passes though. 3 to 5. Not a bad thing there. Good job, Corbin. 6 to 10.
Yeah, Corbin, do you have any idea what we're doing right now?
No, I was listening before, wondering like, should I even come in here and look lost?
Yeah, you should. You'll catch on.
So here we are.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right, put it. I think we have to pass it, right?
Based off the responses and my
yeah, they are
feeling.
Yeah, they are pretty liquid, Joe. They 100% at lower grades. They are pretty damn liquid. The problem is you could take a loss. Like,
yeah, what are you going to make?
If it's short, you could take a loss, especially considering like depends on how fast you want to sell it, where you're going to sell it, and like if you're selling it on. Oh.
I think I would put. I mean, if I pass it, or I'm going to put it in the 10.
I'm with you.
I'm passing or put it in 10. But I mean, I think we got more passes than we did 10.
We
did. So
all right, we put in the. I'm surprised.
I am surprised. Too. Like I said, I was going to put it in the 6 to 10 for now.
I don't know if they're wrong. I don't know if they're wrong though. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it 2K. I don't know what. I mean, honestly, 2K in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot of money. You know what I mean? For a book like this, it's just not a lot of money. So
yes, to qualify for a book like that, no. But it's still a lot of money for a lot of collectors to put it.
This one is something that I really like. Giant size X-Men. So this is right around the same price for the Hulk 3.0, maybe a little bit higher, maybe $100 higher. But the 5.5 is below, just too far below the threshold.
We should have played like the $1,500 book, and then this way I could have played because I have these books like in those kind of ranges.
Well, we could have done 50. I asked you guys what you wanted me to do.
No, I know. 2 is easier for math wise.
Yeah. I think next time, because we're going to do these, by the way, guys, if you like this, we're going to do them through all of them. So we're going to do copper. And
I was just joking because I have this in like a 5, I think. 4.5.
5, which is about, which is right about
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. A little bit of 15.
And my 181's a 2.5. So that's what I'm saying. I'm right under.
I don't disagree with this.
Yeah.
I think it was well undervalued up to about 2 to 3 years ago. And I think maybe this team, I'm not saying that X-Men 1 isn't the book, but I think
you get priced out of that.
Right. I think this is the book for a certain generation that's going to have the money there. 6 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 10. Terry says 1 to 2. It's an ugly 6.
It's a possibility that if we get news, the 1 to 2.
It's an ugly 6, though. Guys.
I just grabbed a clean picture to represent the grade we're doing.
Oh wow, that is the ugly 6 here.
I just grabbed picture, not this particular copy. Per
Corbin, hit the headphone set.
Oh no, I know what it is.
Yeah. All right. Put it 6 to 10. Guys did it right. They did it right. 6 to 10. I agree. I can't argue with that. Especially for a 6.0 for 2K.
That's a good value right there.
I think I'm gonna go buy that tomorrow. Good. Sounding great.
Good. All right, good.
All the old Cougars probably love that sexy deep.
Let's go.
Late night voice.
This is a book that I wish I wouldn't have sold as many as I did. I'll just say that. Premiere Spotlight. By the way, just so you guys know, I did do some of the percentages real quickly too, because they give you a percentage on what the ups was. Incredible Hulk was up 50% year over year. Giant Size X-Men was up 100% year over year. And I think there's still room to grow there. This book is up 125% on average year over year. 125%.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Yep. See?
Mm-hmm. This is, for the near mint.
Yeah, for the near mint at least. Yeah, because they only do the near mint 9/8.
It's still kind of.
It gives you a sense of kind of where it is.
Carries.
Yeah. Yeah, well, their percentage is kind of based off of that. So, 75.
I got a 5.0 with this.
This is like a 2 again, somewhere around there. Yeah, I had a lot of these in the 5 range. 5, 5.5, 4.
It's a tough. I mean, it's that black cover.
It's a tough book. It's a tough book. Off spray a lot on some of them. You know what I mean? But I still wish I would have holding on to some of these. But with 100, their high ends are going for over 150 on the thing. or 125. I don't know. It seems like it's had a good 4-year run now, right? Doesn't it seem like it's had a good 4-year run?
Yep.
It has. I think people are still waiting, but I don't know what they're waiting for.
But do you think that? But no, I think people were actually a fan when you see that long of a run. I think people were a fan of the actual book. But
that too.
My question is, does it get? How many more years is this gonna? Because I don't think this is gonna be a top 5 book in bronze or top 8 book in bronze. It might make top 10 in 6 years. You know what I mean? 6 years from now. But I don't think what's our things again? What's our voting things here?
1 to 2, 3 to 5.
Yeah, I mean 5 years. Long run, maybe. I mean,
2028
is Ghost? Think about this. Think about how old you are, and then think about Ghost Rider. And is it what made Ghost Rider stand out to you? Right, like 90s, sure, huge, whatever. But like in 10 years from now, it'll be 34, so 950 something. So you would have had to be maybe 12, so you would be 70 by that time, right? Like, is there really much left after that in Ghost Rider? I'm just calculating in my head.
Oh, you're trying to do the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider?
Yeah, no, the Catch. Yeah, the Cat where you got big.
Well, that's what I mean. If you're only going to the 90s, because you've got to go.
Well, because after that Ghost Rider kind of till you got the. I mean, and let's be honest. The only reason the new Ghost Rider picked up was because of the TV show and older people catching on to because it was a. I mean, everybody loves that Nicolas Cage. How many 20-year-olds you go, hey, remember Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider? And they're like, oh yeah, dude, I remember that was cool. Hey, Corbin, remember Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider?
Yes, it was.
You think it's really cool?
Not for a good reason.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And he's almost 30. So like I'm saying, like kids that are 10 years. Well, aren't you?
You're right. I mean, I'll be 28 next week.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is like somebody who's 5 years, 10 years younger than him. And he's remembering that one Nick Cage. He's not remembering all the shit, dude. So
no, I only know Peggy Sue gets married and him is
Flames was a cool time. Yeah. They're planning 2 Ghost Rider they're always planning Ghost Rider projects. 3 to 5.
Vampire's Kiss. Did you ever see Vampire's Kiss, Corbin? That's a good one.
Oh no, okay, check that out.
If you like a crazy Nick Cage.
3 to 5.
Yes.
That's
like
an
3 to
interesting
5,
one
6 to 10, 3 to 5.
Young Nick Cage.
Pass? Ooh, pass. There's a couple of passes. There's a bunch of 3 to 5s.
I don't know. 7.5. It's kind of tough.
I actually 7.5 is a nice grade for that book, though. That's the only thing that stands out.
I mean, I see that as the higher end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bottom of the higher end. Bottom of the higher end, sure.
That's the only thing they'll say. I mean, that's kind of insurance policy too on the book, right? Being kind of higher up there. So we got more 3 to 5s than anything else. I don't think it's a bad call at 3 to 5.
Okay. I might have 6 to 10 it, but I'll get 3 to 5 it.
There's a lot 3 to 5. All right.
There's a bunch 3 to 5s. Yep.
Yeah, a couple 6 to 10s. I'm not sure that's a bad decision either, to be honest with you. All right. So what do we've got? We've got one, and we've already got 2 books out of the 10 total books that we can put up someplace.
All right. How about a DC book?
Oh, really? Okay, sure.
Yeah, thank you, Double O. Thank you.
I want to mix it up a little bit.
I don't know much about what we're doing, but I
that's
know
all right.
and I hear it.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
You know this book?
Yes, actually. I have I have a facsimile.
I do not have this book. There's one at my one LCS. I've been looking at it, but it's price a little too high for me.
Let me see what 232 is going for on average. This is a little bit under 2 grand.
And
it's a 9.2. A 9.2 is 17 and change. But if the next grade, if you go up to a 2.4, it gets too far above. So
it's probably
9.2.
the most valuable book on there, honestly.
No.
Up only 20% from last year.
Yeah, it's only up 20%. So this is, I mean, like, but this.
Well, there's nothing pushing it. Like it's classic Batman.
Well, we got some of it for a while.
First race. I always say Ra's. It's still Ra's al Ghul to me.
Little meals, some meals.
Now I like Ra's.
Some unwashed hands working.
I do like Ra's too, but it's funny. I don't know if
I like the original Night Court. The Ra's plays better.
When Ra's al Ghul came, he actually did it himself. I thought it was hilarious. Like said, oh, that's how his name is. But I like Ra's al Ghul better anyway. All right, really, Marco? Wow.
What? Sorry,
no,
3 to 5. I'm not doing it to you. I'm just
doing that all day.
No,
I've been having a long day.
I'm messing. You guys have been doing a lot.
You had a long week today.
I had a long week today. Yeah, no, it's not your fault. 3 to 5.
9.2 was a nice grade too.
It
1,
is
2, 3, 4, 3 to 5 so far, and that's all we've gotten in the chat.
Here's the thing: DC fans really like this book. And by the way,
know if there would be anything to kind of push this.
Well,
if DC movies start hitting and stuff if Gunn starts doing a good job, this will move. Because DC fans, you got to remember, DC fans aren't like the influx of Marvel people, and DC hasn't had the influx of morons yet. Like dirty flippers, those morons hasn't even had that sell on it yet. Like when they get those idiots involved in this, well, I mean, I'm already rich. I'm gonna be fucking Scrooge McDuck rich, bro. Like I cannot wait. You're gonna see me diving into fucking just bills on top of bills on top of bills on top of bills on top of on top of bills on top of bills on top of bills on top of bills.
Scrooge McDuck had coins.
Yeah,
I have first Scrooge McDuck too in the 6.0.
It'd probably be easier to swim through bills though.
Yeah, it's easier to swim through brews. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna play it in 6 months. I think we might try it off a year. I mean, we're gonna do these. Well, we'll probably do it the next year. Overstreet comes out, and we'll try to hold these till that happens. So, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. All right, if we put in 3 to 5, but we haven't put anything in 1 to 2 yet.
No, I don't think this would qualify. I would not want a 1 to 2 this. There's nothing that would make me want to think this is going to make a big jump in the next year.
I think. Okay, the only problem is I think the steady gainer. We're going to have a hard time finding books that 1.
This is why I'm probably passing on this one because I don't see.
Well, let's put it 3 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just that.
You only get 3 to 5, so now 2 of those spots are taken.
I know, but we might have to move. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is a good spot for 3 to 5. That's all I'm saying is
one of the first ones on my cover.
Yeah, if I only have this, if I have to make my moves, if these are the spots I have left, because I do have I guess we'll be honest, these numbers were made up by me because this is what I do with certain books. They are put on boxes that have 1 to 2 years. The date on it 3 to 5, and they move. This is how my portfolio moves. I'm not saying it's these exact books, but this is where BK gets jealous and then starts talking. So,
if you start to practice my portfolio,
I'm not throwing nothing in your portfolio, bro. You make your own. Why does every time everybody wants is like this to me? Like, just go make your own.
No, Marco. I'm actually doing this. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
But no. I'm gonna learn. It's funny. I'm actually intrigued. Exactly. Pete got it. I'm intrigued by learning about it. I'm not.
I know.
But still, it's interesting to me.
I just get messages in my DM.
No, I'm sure you get actual legit requests.
Could you just throw me this, or could you yeah, dude? I didn't get money by throwing you shit.
If you gave me some, I wouldn't even know what to do with them. Be like, I have.
You'd be cool.
A 9 points.
I thought I've given you stuff before, haven't I, Corbin?
I have the ones you gave me. You did.
Yeah.
I still have some 1940s Batman. They're beautiful, and they will be beautiful in my. I just I won't open them to read them. But I'm not selling them either. So
I give the dude like $600 in books, and he's like, "Hey, man, could you give me some more?" I mean,
there's only going to be 2. There's only
we only have to put 2 in that category, Tom.
Yeah,
only 2.
So, we'll see when we get there. When we get there, we'll see. All right, we'll go. Oh, we do have some more DC. That's interesting.
We do. We got a few, but
you know what? Can we see what this book does? Because this is kind of like the weird book that I threw in there.
I'll answer that question.
All right, Scooby-Doo 6.5. Okay, let's just talk about some stuff on this. Up 43%. However, sales very, very, very low.
Don't forget, this Overstreet was published before Warner Brothers decided to can their Scooby-Doo movie with Batgirl.
I don't think that had much to do with it. I'm not quite sure that had much to do with it. But there was out of the books, this is probably there's 2 books that have very few sales on it. Even a few available books.
Yeah,
and this is one. A lot of Gold Key. This is one where this is one Gold Key Scooby-Doo is
this book isn't easy to find when you search for the cover. Like you'll get all the later issues. And
absolutely. No, this is a hard book this isn't a book that people seek after. I couldn't believe they said a 9.8 for Christ's sakes.
I don't love Scooby-Doo per se. However, if I find this book for 2K at 6.5, I'm putting this in my 6 to 10. Like this is an easy choice for me because of the book that it is. It's a red book, super hard to find. I mean, you never ever. I've seen a lot of books, and I'm not just. I mean, I have seen a lot of books, and I maybe have seen this book once in person, and I never see this book. And I've seen the other one, The pink
it's
one.
not about. See, that's Eric. This is the thing, dude. Like, this is different. This isn't Wednesday worrying. Like, there needs to be heat for the book because people who sit on the floor and do have $10,000 know that this book to find in the 6.5, know to find this book. Period. Collectors. Well, this is a book. Like, there's people who collect off the top 25 list.
Yeah. Well, this is also a different game when you think about it. Like, there's not a lot of people who are looking for heat when we're talking about spending $2,000 on a comic book. Like, if you're spending $2,000 on a comic book because that book is hot, you just threw away $2,000 is what you just did. Like, this is something. This is a different.
Yeah,
angle.
See, like,
this is something I don't play in.
All these people that are saying pass, I'm sorry, you're making the wrong decision. This is not a pass. What Dub said is the right thing. Because if you get this book, like, let me explain it this. If you put this book up at 2,500 tomorrow, at this next San Diego Comic-Con, you put this book up in a 6.5, last sale 2,100, right? You put this book up at a 6.5 in San Diego Comic-Con, exact same book. You put it up for $3,000, you're selling it for minimum 2,500 tomorrow. This book, because it doesn't come up for sale. It just doesn't, and this grade definitely doesn't come up for sale.
You will easily make your money back and more relatively quick. If you like you said, you put it out tomorrow, you'll sell it easily. Oh,
I disagree, Terry. I disagree. 100%. Like, if you find this book, it will sell within the year if you want to. This is not a hard book to sell. Not at all. It's a hard book to find, but not a hard book to sell.
Well, right now.
But they got passed. We got passed on all of it.
Right now, just to give you guys context, yes, right now there is one up, a 3.5. So much lower grade. And it is only at $195 with almost 4 days left. But it already has 23 bids.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Like, an auction that still has days to go. You guys how know snipe bidding goes. Like, nobody bids on shit till the last day. There's I don't want anybody to see that this book is there.
Yeah.
Don't anybody know that I'm interested. There's already 20 plus bids on this thing, and it still has days left. Granted, it's still pretty low, but they want to keep it on their radar.
Matthew, that's kind of how we did around $10,000. So, like, it's not, you can't exactly $2,000. Like, you can't, it is including, like, grading fees and stuff like that to get up there. So, all right. Well, they're passing on it, so that's the wrong decision. But good job. I mean, it's up to them.
I'll put it there.
It's passed, yeah.
That's a bad call. That is a bad call. I don't give a shit about Snoops. I give a shit about that book, though.
Well, I like Scoob, too.
Yeah. We already did that. All right. Let's see where we're at next. Whoo. You want to hear this one? Jesus. Werewolf by Night. Let's see what we got here. 8.5, 2250.
I already know my answer.
169% increase year over year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Are you writing down your answer, Pete?
No, I'm looking at my book.
Huh. So
I'm looking at the actual prices.
Yeah. So
this is also behind. This is like a year behind. This makes sense.
Because the show, right?
For the time. This was probably before the show came out.
Yeah. This is That's because it's all the data. So it's from the.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
They get it for the big con. So they get it from. They get Harley stuff. They get the Motor City stuff. They get the Emerald stuff. They get the San Diego stuff. They get the C2E2 stuff. They get the what's the one down in Carolina? They get that stuff. They get the Texas Con one. They get the New York Comic Con stuff. I think the New York that Motor City is the last one for the data in. So
yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I get that, and I'm not saying that's not what we're basing this list. Well, I mean that's where the list originates from, but not in the grades or the pricing. Yeah. Because I'm looking at, and if you put this into context, if you look at this book, it's saying a near mint raw copy, which is what, a 9.2?
Yeah.
We'll just say it's a 9.2. For this book in this Overstreet is $7,000. So if you can get an 8.5, which is 2 ticks down for $2,000 instead of 7.
How much did you say? Wait, what did you say?
$7,000 for near mint.
For 9.8. Well, it's not 2 ticks down.
No, it's not a 9.8. It just says near mint.
Oh, near mint, so 9.
Which is a 9.2.
Near mint
right?
minus 9.2. 9.2. Yeah.
So 9.27, according to their book, at the time. This is down. I still don't think I want to buy this right now.
No, I think it's still really high right now. I mean, I think they've got it right. I don't know what everybody else says, but I think
I see a pass.
I see 2 passes.
1 to 2.
Yeah, I see 2 passes
3
and a
to
1 to 2.
5.
Yeah, see, because the 1 to 2, I think you have a chance to lose money.
Oh, yeah, he did say 5.
Tom NT said 3 to 5.
I see. Yeah. I see. I don't know if he was talking because after him and Matt were still talking about Scooby Doo.
Joe's Doolin says pass.
But yes, I saw that. Ryan says pass.
Ryan
I got
says
that.
Pass.
Terry
yeah,
says
Terry,
pass.
that's the thing. Terry, I want one for my PC too, and I would buy it for my PC if I had the money and found a copy I could afford all that. But
yeah, I mean, like when you're year over year 167% up, that's sus. That's sus, especially considering.
Well, we know why, and it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So there was a lot.
Yeah,
I do want this book, but I would pass on this book.
All right, pass on it. Let's go. Yeah. Pass
for that run before Moon Knight came out. There was a ton of heat on this book. People were
here's a book that you like. If you don't think you see the Scooby Doo book, you don't see this book much either. I've seen it a couple times. I actually had an opportunity twice to buy it, and I passed on it, and I'm kicking myself in the nuts for that. So here we go.
Oh God.
Did you pass on this too?
I've sold this book, not mine, but I've sold it for somebody multiple times. Multiple copies of this book I've handled. This is easily 6 to 10 for me. No, this is like
this is 6 to 10.
Turtles. This is the other indie book from that.
Well, Turtles would be in a different
right. I know, but just for in my head, independent books.
4 or 5 goes for about 2.2.
You got Cerebus, you got your Turtles, and you got your Bone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think
I'm saying in that like time frame, like you go for like.
I mean, you can find Turtles pretty easily. This book isn't as easy.
I think the people that have these are not selling them.
That's what I'm saying. Like know people who have them now. Yeah. There was a time where you could see it, but you had now. I'd say over the last 6 years or so, people aren't really. They're holding on to it for 10 years to see where it goes. Yeah. Percentage wise, year over year. Let's see what we got right here. 25%, so not a huge percentage, but then again, not a lot.
It's steady. This is gonna be a steady gainer. You're not waiting for a Cerebus movie to make this book valuable.
I've multiple copies of this book. The counterfeit, like I could have bought this book easily for $400, like in a mid grade, like probably a little better than the 4 or 5. Well, maybe it was around this time, around this grade, and it's just like. You think about that, it's I could have bought that, should have bought that kind of thing,
That's not a bad idea. But anyway, that's a pretty good 3 to 5.
I still probably 6 to 10 it though.
I think Pass. I'm blessed. You are.
So Tom, we can we're gonna put them where you think they go now. You can vote where you think they should go, but we can always
we're gonna have to re-rack.
Yeah, we're gonna re-rack eventually.
You're gonna have to make some decisions when people
3 to
see
5,
another book.
6 10, 6 10,
Go,
6 10, 6
like
10, 3 5.
better.
2 3 5s, a bunch of 610s. I think I'm at 610. Dub's at 610. Pete, where are you at on this?
I said 6 to 10 as well.
All right, let's run to 6 to 10. Move along. If we're gonna have to re-rack it, we can re-rack it later. That gives us 2 books in 6 to 10, so we have 3 more open slots in 6 to 10.
We only got 1 more spot for 3.
We only got 1 more 3 to 5, and we have 2 spots available in 1 to 2. All right, next book. Spider-Man 129. Wrong week to fucking look at this book.
1 to 2.
Unfortunately, this one, a lot of the numbers are off. It said only a 60% increase. That's not the case
from
anymore.
2021 to 2022.
Yeah.
We're
That's
in
not
2023 now.
Yeah, that's pretty much not the case anymore. This book 7, not bad though. 7.5 for 2.25. You know, average 2.1. You know what I mean? So show a little bit under 2.
Well,
but not at a show because every asshole at a show right now. This is also the problem. Like our theory is that you go to a show and get one of these books, but any asshole at a show right now is not going much down eBay price because it's on its uptick. So they're probably not going to give you much wiggle room on this. So
yeah, you got this price based on the 12-month average. You said.
No, this is like 6
month average.
Yeah.
So whatever that 6 month average is
coming back in Daredevil Reborn. So Punisher will be back in the MCU.
A lot of books sold. Like a lot. I tried to keep it to like 3 to 6 books for all these. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying this is the book is like not going to fall. It's not going to coincide with that average very well because of the news today.
Absolutely.
So
I've had this book twice and I sold it both times, and I'm mad that I did.
You think it's underpriced? Joe think it's underpriced.
The number of people that want this book, I mean, compared to everything else we've seen on the list so far, I would say I get asked for this book at least half a dozen times at every show.
The problem is till you pull it out and ask them what the market,
what's the market price is. One again? This is at
21-ish.
21-ish. Okay.
Yeah.
7.5. See, that's the thing. I sold my 8.5 for much less than that.
Probably like 12.
If I could buy a 7.5 for 2,000,
which I thought I did well at the time.
You did.
Easy 1 to 2. If it's still at 2,000 right now, which I don't believe that it is.
Well, 22, 21. Yeah, I mean the problem is you can't
before today. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if it's still at 2,000, I'd say this is a quick 1 to 2 book for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
1 to 2 for this.
I still think it's a 1 to 2 either way because I think the heat will carry it for a while.
Yeah, then I can buy it again 5 years from now when it goes back down.
Yeah, because it went high and then it cooled.
It's come down. Yeah,
and
it does.
Now we're starting to see a re-rise. So I think.
All right, hit it in the 1 to 2. Hit it in the 1 to 2. That's what the chat looks like they're doing too.
Yep.
Wow, the chat. Hey guys, I got to compliment the chat. I really was worried if how well they would react to this because we have done versions of this before and maybe not understood it because I understand sometimes my brain works better than my mouth does and it works out well in my brain. But you guys are doing great on this, man. I think you guys give a round of applause to the chat because you guys are really helping us out with the participation. All right, Tomb of Dracula. Why am my brain farting on this book? Tomb of Dracula 10. Number 10. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
8.0
of our friend Blade.
Biggest increase.
Is it?
It was 2. Bigger than the Werewolf by Night. 200%, 203%.
203%. You're right, Pete.
I looked at it because I wanted to see what was the biggest gainer, and I saw it was this, and I go, all right, makes sense.
Well, that's because this book was so fucking cheap, man.
Right.
It was dirt ass cheap. Because what are they saying a 9.8 in that book is right now?
Well, I don't know about a 9.8.
Well, just look. Right, you just said 203%. Look at what a 9.8
well, they don't give the 9.8 price here. They did give near mint minus.
Near mint
9.2 price.
No, it's not mint. I thought it was near mint, isn't it?
No, it's near mint minus.
Okay. So what was the 9.2 price?
Minus behind it. Because that's usually what the regular Overstreet price is. It's usually near mint minus.
Yeah, near mint. Okay, so what is the price they get for near mint?
For Tomb of Dracula, where the hell is it? $5,000.
So if it's up 200%,
it was $1,650 in 2021. It was $1,650.
It multiplied. It almost had
$3,300.
Do you have the book from the year before? Because I want to see what the percentage increase was. Because I think it was back-to-back huge percentage increases.
I do have the book from the year.
Look at that, Pete. Look at that. Back-to-back huge incentive increases. That worries me.
If it made the 25. I don't know if it would have been in the 25 for that year.
It would. Yes, it would. It might.
It might. Otherwise, I got to go dig.
No, if not, I got no, because it's not 25 after that, dude. Then you have to go look through the pages.
I got to look through the. That's all
right. It might be. No, I think it still did. I think it's still a big bump there.
It'll be easier to find the book than to find the top.
It is a tough decision. Like when you're looking at, that's why like when everybody's like, didn't you buy anything on the floor? And I'm like, no, I didn't buy anything on the floor. Not because I didn't have the money, but like 10. I'm looking for a specific amount of books and grades.
We knew the price in 2021. We need the 2020 price
But was it in the top 25?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to find the top 25 flipping through the book.
If you actually go into the first couple pages, it'll tell you Bronze Age, right? Top 25 within the first 2 pages. It's part of the.
Well, this was 2000 for an 8.0. For me, at this moment, it's a pass. I think
I must agree.
What's that?
It was 1,200 in 2020, so it went from 12 to 1650.
Not bad. Okay, all right.
Not a huge jump.
Not a huge jump, but a 200 after. We got a bunch of passes. We got a couple 1 to 2s. You're a pass.
I'm not buying it here.
Yeah, I'm
passing.
It's
going to come down. I think people were not going to be a fan of whatever they do.
That's what we're saying. All right. Pass at the moment. Yeah, pass at the moment. Dude, everybody keeps saying, but I love it for PC. All right, pass it. Yeah, you don't have to say for PC. We understand all these books are good. They're the top 25, dude. They're good, man.
Yeah, I want all these books for my PC.
I'm gonna wait till after Mahershala Ali's movie hits, and then people go, I don't care anymore.
So, if anybody knows much about me in real life, you know that for as long as you know me, I've probably been pounding the drum for this book, and I think over the last 2 years, it's finally what?
It's not what I think it is it?
Yeah, it's finally started. I think it's actually hit its point in the market where it should be, if not a little bit high for it.
Marvel Premiere?
The first appearance of Wolverine. No, Hulk 180. No, so like I do think that there is
time.
No, I think there's a weird it's 114%, and the year before that it had a big hike too. I don't know if that's attributed to people not being able to buy 181, if it's attributed to people knowing that 180, even though not the more valuable book, is the first appearance, or that the new generation with all the other. I was thinking about this the other day because I was talking to it with Sean.
I think they're contrarians.
No, yeah, I think now it's like, well, if Kanan's first appearance is 5 books, I think like the dudes that were trying to push all the weird stuff because they couldn't afford the books, and didn't. Unfortunately, they missed the bus on the 181. They now, like, because they did that with other books that they were trying to push that were a lot cheaper. 180 unfortunately doesn't get the bump because of the reason that I like historically and the story behind 180 and 181, but unfortunately gets it because people are going, well, I mean, it's technically the first appearance, so why wouldn't we bump it up? Which is like, yeah, I get that. And although I said something similar to that, I said, like, it is the first appearance, and although the market's not better, it should be higher than a $60 and $100 book and stuff like that. But I'm not sure now. We're at, how much are we at this for a 9.0?
Well, about $2,000,
20,
right?
Yeah, so yeah, right there, 22. So we're right at 22. Is it still kind of cheap? Maybe. I think it's kind of the right price, but I wonder why it's the right price, I guess. Which, when you're buying this, who cares? But when you're thinking about long-term holds, yeah, why is it at the right price? And is that price are we going to get our, 20% per year over the next 10 years on this book? I don't know. Well, let's see what the chat has to say about it. 6 to 10, 3 to 5, 6 to 10, pass on.
I'm 10ing it because I know what you're saying, and I do think we will get steady gains at this, because what I'm saying is we're getting a 9.0 at this grade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a high.
It's grade, so you're not going to get this.
This is a Marvel stamp issue too on this book.
Yeah, if we were talking about like this is a 7.5 or something lower, I'd be like, okay, maybe not. But a 9.0 is not going to be an easy grade to afford, especially in the future.
We did above 30-day average here. Pass on 80.
So I'm 6 to 10 it personally.
6 to 10. I don't know what TLC apparently thinks it's a pumper book. Okay, buddy.
Pumper and dumper.
Why?
Yeah, okay.
Wolverine, like.
Yeah, okay, buddy. It's still cheap considering a 9.0.
Especially when you factor in the differential between
3.0 to 9.0.
181 is how much?
And a Marvel set, yeah. Well, it's for 3.0. It's 6 points.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The 6.0. I'm saying a 9.0 in a 181. We're probably talking.
Oh, yeah. No, astronomical.
You know what? 5? Yeah. Well, we're definitely into 5 figures.
I don't know. Somebody look up what a 9.0 is. It's not hard to look it up.
I could. You want me to? I got it.
Layman's terms, are y'all comparing the value of it now?
Yeah, we're saying, like, should we have it now? If you bought it today.
If you were to buy it now, what would you do with it? Are you going to hold it for?
You have to sell 2 of these books within a year or 2. You have to sell 3 books within 3 to 5 years. you can hold on to 5 books for 10 years, but there's 19 books here. So what would you do with it?
Oh, but it only go. Okay, I get a little better.
A 9.0 is about 10 grand, 9 to 10 grand in a 181.
See, this is the only argument that I have. Yeah, but the only argument I have, it's not. I guess. Yeah, I think, and this is what I'm thinking. The way people talk about comics now, let's get get away from 180 and 181. Let's talk about people who are into buying $100 books, $50, $20 books to $1,000. Okay, let's not talk about people who are buying $10, $20, $5,000, $2,000 books. You know what I mean? The people, the language that you hear being spoken by some of these people who are buying the couple $100 books is like first full, first cameo. Like they're saying this shit, not shit. I'm just saying shit in general. They're using these vocabulary words that like tweak your ear, right? You're like,
well, it's the first costume. It's the first.
Yeah, right.
They wore this costume.
Right. And they're misusing. Yeah, they're misusing first time cover. They're like, oh, that book is going to be sought after. Like, it doesn't matter because in their memory, whatever the fuck they say, there is going to be some important forensic value to it, right? So in 10 years, if they're doing that with those books, hopefully in 10 years they could afford more than a $200 book. You know what I mean? Hopefully they could afford a $10,000 book. Hopefully they can afford a $5,000 book. And at that case, is this something where they're going, well, technically it's his first appearance, and like, you know, the gap of that compared to its markets for, you know, a more popular appearance, the first cover, whatever they'll say it's a first full. They're already trying to convert it to first full appearance. If you hear people talking about 181 now, they don't refer to 181 anymore as first appearance of Hulk. They now have reverted that to first full appearance of Hulk.
Wolverine.
Okay. Or Wolverine. I mean, Wolverine.
I got you.
First full appearance. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can fight the market all you want. You're not going to win on it, right? If they're changing the dialogue to call it a first full, like, you just won't win. So, I mean, if that's the first full appearance, then that means that there's a first appearance ahead of it. And as Joe says here, 180 is closing the gap on 181 eventually. I don't think it's going to get that close, personally, even though I wish it would. But, you know, yeah, and it's a fun debate.
Yeah, I don't think it'll close the gap to get close, but I think it will get closer than 20%. You know what I mean?
Show me an ad for what?
I could see it being closer to 40% value.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, TLC Comics. I'm not sure the ad thing is that. I mean, that hasn't held weight. I think people are looking back on that now, and the people that were doing similar stuff to that, people are kind of laughing and joking.
Yeah,
about.
This isn't the same thing. This is not an ad. He in the story of the book and shows up.
Yeah,
at the end.
He talks about him. They mention him. They mention him again. Then he shows up.
Like, this isn't even Cable who showed up as an advertisement for a future issue. Ooh, does Cable's
and by the way, Eric does have a good point. 180 when it first came out was the book. It was the first appearance, and then
what year did that change? Was like the late 80s?
I can't remember. It was the quarterly Overstreet. Overstreet came out and said that they said, and then they retracted it and said, "Oops!" But I mean, by the time you do that, you know, half the con season was over already.
So I missed most of these votes, but I will vote for. Without knowing, I will say 6 to 10 for this one for me.
6 to 10. There's somebody named TLC Comics that's talking about ads or pumping or whatever, and I don't know. Besides that, everybody else seems there's a couple of passes, but most of them says there's more room to grow. Some people think, I mean, 9.0 is a high grade. Some people think the gap will close. I'm not sure if the gap closes, but if you believe, I mean, I think the gap will close because I think 181 right now is at a high point and it's going to be stagnant for a little bit.
Yeah, it's not going to have. Well, but the gap closing means that, you know, it'll start to catch up a little bit. It might not.
It will. I think it will. I think it will. But I think in a couple of years the gap's going to be close enough where it just starts increasing percentage wise, similar to 181 when 181 settles at a steady pace.
Type exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Exactly, Joe. Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah.
Well, he says it keep going up too. You guys keep saying it's going to keep going up.
Yeah,
so I guess we'll put it.
That's exactly what I'm
saying. Put it in the 10. We'll put it in the 10.
It's not going to equal.
That's only 3 books in the 10.
To half.
That's pretty. I mean, I'm
not a crazy notion.
Impressed.
And as what TLC is saying, he's pointing out all these ads and all. Nobody's talking about that. Understand what we are talking about now is not the book saying, "Hey, go buy this on Wednesday." This isn't that.
Well, the problem is like the comments that he's making means he doesn't own either 181 or 180 or maybe any of these books on this list.
Well, but that's not what this conversation's about. We're literally talking about a book that you would hold for years, not something that you're going to buy on Wednesday and sell it, in 2 weeks so you can pay your rent or whatever you might need to do.
Agreed.
This is a different conversation.
All right, well, let's go up with one that I can't believe is as expensive as it is. Put that in the 610, and then we'll.
I got it.
All right.
Here we go. 2, 1, and 1 left.
So, did anybody in their right fucking mind think that this book in a 9.0 would be, $1,700 somewhere around there?
I remember needing this issue. Thankfully, I have one, but I remember thinking about this issue. Like, well, they come back. Like,
I remember selling them for like $100 and going like, "Yep, please, raw."
But yeah, I'm not. There's too many other.
So let's talk about the percentage increase on it. Let's look at it real quickly. Let's just break it down for people so they know. Not saying that this is a book it's a 50% increase, so it's not a huge increase year over year. X-Men still haven't got here. X-Men
$2,000 to $3,000.
Whose first appearance is this?
Nobody's.
No.
Well,
it is. No, that's not
count
true.
Nefaria?
Yeah, it's a third. Yeah, it's Nightcrawler.
No, don't give me third because I get that. It'll be the 4th appearance of Wolverine, right?
I think it's like the 6th appearance of somebody else in this.
The 2nd appearance of Colossus.
No. It's like the 15th appearance.
Nightcrawler.
It's got like one first appearance in it. Yeah, I mean, like this is.
So that answered all that answer to that. My question alone is an easy pass for this book. Easy pass.
Yeah,
I would not.
I'm not even familiar with it like that. So
yeah, I knew the answer, but I have no interest in this book whatsoever.
I agree with Joe. It was
no interest, but
yeah, it was, but I don't have interest in this book. I mean, if I'm filling if I was expecting a run of X-Men,
AOA's bad that fucking Captain America's not on this cover.
Captain America.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a pass. It is a pass. I don't know what the HOS. We'll get to HOS next for you, Tommy TNT. Tommy, we'll get you. Wait, what are you yawning? I hope he's saying pass.
For this
all right, good. I don't have to go anymore. I love X-Men, but I think that book is way too.
94. See, first appearance to giant size. Yeah, they're not listing any first in this one.
Isn't it first Deathlock or something? I don't know.
I thought, like
AOA
I said,
just put it in the chat.
What is it?
First team, new team, and title series.
Well, that's not a first. That's just
no. I think he's just
quoting
whatever.
I knew it had something to do. It wasn't Nightcrawler's third. It was Nightcrawler's second. There you go.
You don't tell me Wolverine #1. Well, it's first Wolverine ongoing. Well, yeah.
Where's the guy that was complaining about the ads and third Wolverine's going for fucking $2,000 for? Yeah. Okay. All right. Here, put that in a pass. Let's go. Here we go. TN's been.
I might pay $1,000 for that book so I could sell it to BK for $15 if he borrowed money.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah. Well, he'd have to borrow the money. Yeah, I got that. Hey,
that was a good one.
Hold on. Before we get to this one, Dub, I got to give you something, bro. I got to give you something, man. It's been a fun night.
Ring the bell.
Dub gets. Because he didn't get him once, he got him twice. Because then Corbin's laugh going absolutely just made it just even better. All right, here we go.
It hit me late, but it got me. I was like, hold up.
The book that I've always argued is fucking overrated because people think it's a horror, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It looks like some goofy Swamp Thing laughing and giggling and somebody who's not scared at all of them. Even though Wynn does good work, and I'm not trying to knock the artist. And I like blues and blacks, but like this is not a horror cover. Just to let you know. But people like this book. Now, this book did have some shine because of the pump and dump that happened in, was it 17 or 18? When that one guy went around and bought like 50 copies of this book, graded, and then they were bidding up their own books on the old eBay. However, it had come back down since then, and now it's kind of making a rise again. Let's see what the price on this is. Increasable price. So we shouldn't expect a huge increasable price on this. This is kind of where it's going into the stagnation of excremental increase year over year.
44%.
Not bad. 44%. Cool. What was it the year before that?
4,500. 9.2. Near mint minus.
And now was it for 9.2?
6,500.
Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Good. So a 6.5 though, we're sitting at 6.5, and we are getting.
Well, you like $2,000, right?
I gotta find it. Yeah, $2,000. All.
Well, I mean, I'm just general. That's what our
yeah. But I want to see if it's over under. No, it's on the nose, so it's $2,000 there. I think this, like, a lot of the lower ones were getting pushed up because it's easier to sell them when they were doing that like push for it. You know, the big pump thing where they were holding back and faking sales. A lot of them weren't for higher end ones. So I think the low end had the bigger settlement of pricing. And with this only at $2,000, I actually think for 6.5 at $2,000, this might be this is definitely might be a 3 to 5 for sure. Any thought, Dub?
For me, it's I would say it's more of a 6 to 10, and I would say that because this will, as much as I don't think this is the best. It's definitely not a horror cover, but it's still a good cover. It's super desirable, and people.
Oh, that was a shot at somebody. Dub, that was. Have you ever heard the argument between us on the floor before when I yell at him that this is a comedy cover, not a fucking horror cover?
No, but we've talked about it in the horror thing.
Yeah,
as
he
well.
brings it up there too.
Yeah, so I think this is a long term. This is one of those that will just keep going, and people always. I know a lot of these books people want in their PCs, but at 2, I think this is a good value at this point to hold for long term.
Lord BK, call him. Dude, he's got to be better to be a trophy husband. I mean, a woman would be great to find him, but he screwed the deal up with Shaq's daughter. So I don't know if
we're not. What are we talking? I won't be happy to find. We can stop right there, Marco.
Yeah, we're talking about housing. Well, I'm trying to defend you against BK slander.
Oh, BK. Listen, Double O, didn't he just cook you? Like,
He's slandering both of us. He's trying.
Dub, or are you the husband that's a trophy husband?
He's calling me. He called me trophy husband last week.
Oh, okay. That's a regular form. Okay. Yeah. You know, he got a Real House of Secrets himself. I'm just gonna leave him on his own. Looking like a dirty ice cream man. Are you serious? Okay.
Dude, he did. Hey, BK got roasted, so I get it.
That was his open flame. Okay, that was flame broiled.
He does, but he also looks like does he look like a kid dressed up as the Grinch? Like, I'm gonna scare mom, and mom's in there coming in here going,
I'm not a huge fan.
I'm trying to get ready for a date, dude. Are you really coming in? Like, seriously? Get out of here.
It's just not one of my.
Yeah, not one of my favorite. No.
I get its value, but I'd probably put it in the 3 to 5, mostly because
I would too.
I would wait for the Swamp Thing movie and try to just sell it because I do know people like it, other people like it, but it's just
Tom and T does. Tom and T's been waiting all day for this sexy
He's been wanting this book,
and he wants it at the 6 to 10. I'm 3 to 5. AOA's 3 to 5. He's only got Terry on the side so far. So
I'm saying 6 to 10. You know, because if you think the 3 to 5 is when the Swamp Thing movie is coming out.
I just think for this book too, it's settled. So we saw a little bit of a pop back, and we're gonna see it.
Yeah, I see another. It'll get another pop, and I'd probably move it then.
Yeah, so we're gonna see it pop up, and then it's gonna stagnate again. So
I will agree with the 3 to 5 if that's when.
No,
I'm thinking movie. I'm thinking
put it in 6 to 10 because I have a feel.
I think way more people. Wait. So 3 to 5.
But that's our last 3 to 5. If we did 3 to 5.
No, put it in 6 to 10 because I think we can always move.
And we only have room for one more 6 to 10 as well.
Unless something gets bumped.
3 to 5. Wait a minute. Then we get a BK putting in 3 to 5. So put in 3 to 5. That's the last 3 to 5. Sorry, T. Sorry, Tom and T.
Justice League. BK's a huge fan of the Justice League Dark.
Is he? No way. We don't have something in common, do we?
BK always talks about Constantine, Swamp Thing. And
no, he doesn't. There's no way we get along like that.
There's no way BK
it's true. He does.
Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true.
Have been a day he was trying to be contrary.
Yeah, I think he just listens to me and then repeats what I say a week later.
Yeah. So currently there are 7 books that we have.
We have 7. We've only got 3 left.
3 more to go. Yep.
We get a 6 to 10. We get 2 6 to 10s. 2 6 to 10s and a 1 to 2. That's what I'm saying. We might have to move House up if it gets a spot, or we got to move something up.
So out of these last 7 books, only 3 of them can make it.
Here comes another DC book, a book that I'm confused by because I don't know why this book isn't fucking selling.
It's a beautiful book.
It's Hulk 180.
Brightest day. Blackest night.
Right?
But I thought BK will tell me how there's so many Neil Adams fans and Neil Adams the best.
Marco, why are we quoting BK again?
I don't know. You're right. Because
but I think that's what it is. I think it's just he's not on the cover. So
exactly.
Why did I put such a cheap book up for this? Did I screw my numbers up on this? Look up real quickly what an 8.5 goes for.
All right, give me a second.
I think it was because I couldn't find any sales on higher grades for it. That might be it. If I couldn't get them multiples, because we had to rewrite this thing a couple times.
Oh yeah. Nothing sold recently.
Yeah, it's tough.
What grade do you have up?
I have an 8.5.
Yeah, because I think the reason why I have an 8.5 is because the
last book to sell.
The last 9.0 sold in 2022 for almost $3,000.
Oh yeah,
I didn't want to use that. So
yeah,
you had to go under.
Yeah. And it's well under.
Yeah, because then if we go to the 8.5, the last 8.5 that sold was actually best offer on 12.75.
Yeah, best offer on 12. Yeah, weird book.
It is a weird book.
I told you it's a weird book. I don't know. I bought a collection because of this book. A couple other books in it too, but I sold the other ones. This one I fucking haven't sold yet.
But I guess it is a classic cover. They've homaged this thing many times, but yeah.
It's all right. We get to pass it anyways. Everybody's putting in pass.
Yeah, I'm not investing long term. I'm a Green Lantern guy, so
put in pass. It's all right. Fucked up on that book anyway. So freebie. ASM 101.
It is a 9.2 though.
9.2. Well, this is the thing that pisses me off about these fucking eBay sellers. Go 9.2 ASM 101. See how many fucking bullshit titles you get with the second print where people are like, first print silver cover. First print.
Oh yeah. That's
a fucking horseshit. First appearance Morbius, silver cover. Clean copy, 9.8. And you're like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, don't forget, they're also pushing the custom label.
Oh, yeah, custom label, all types of horseshit.
If you got a 9.2 of the second print of this book, just give it to someone.
Yeah, sell it raw. That's not a book you
crack it and sell it raw. It's like no one's going to pay you a premium.
Dude, there's a couple of these where you saw it where it was like the facsimile and or not milestone so much, but facsimile. And you're like, if you ever want to know why the fuck CGC took so long, because there's a bunch of these fucking like store exclusives and shit that they're selling on the internet right now for $30. And you're like, shit, you paid almost $30 to get the shit graded. I mean, the second print was never really selling for $1, was it? I mean, it was selling for like $5, $10. So you're pretty much losing money on this.
Second print? Silver cover, like you said, silver cover. You got the True Believers version. And then
the people who are selling True Believers, they're paying $5 for
those were $1. Those when the True Believers were $1 off the shelf.
Were they $4? Okay, yeah, they were $1. Okay,
I think they were $1 off the shelf.
Because remember, they stopped doing it for $1. They started making True Believers like $2.99 or some shit like that.
Well, then that's when I think they decided, fuck True Believers. We're going to do facsimile covers, and they're going to charge full price.
Yeah, I don't want this book. I've never wanted this book.
Everybody hates this book. It's actually in a 9.2. This book's hard to get, dude. Like this book in higher grades too is hard to get. It's actually a hard book to get.
In a higher grade. I was happy to get a lower grade.
60% increase is all it's got. I think people hate this fucking movie, however.
Yeah, vampires are dumb anyway, so I'm not really into it.
Plus, he was like a disco vampire.
This is not a good thing. Terry Flade says no room on the list.
He's completely right.
Yeah,
I can't even.
You're right. All right, put it down. Get it off the list. I want to see what you guys got to say about this. Now, know that we've got Daredevil back, and we have gotten Punisher back, and believe this. I got like a 6.0 of this book for $10 4 months back.
4 months ago?
Well, it was in a pile, but yeah, it was averaging out to $10
Wow.
a book.
The number of times
I thought he was screwing me too on the deal too. You know what I mean? And he starts flipping through. He's like,
I love this book. I really want this book, but I can't pay $2K for this book in this grade. So I have to pass. I like it, but I have to pass it.
And it is. It's like dead at 2K.
Yeah, I mean,
or is it 9.8 for 2K? Hold on, is it 9.8 for 2K or is it 9.8?
No, 9.8 is fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, ridiculous.
9.8 is probably closer to like 5, right?
Yeah. It probably is. I probably screwed up my numbers. All right, let's see.
I think you're right. You're right with your number because I remember looking this up. You wrote 9.8. That's why, because you wrote 9.8.
That's why I wrote 9.8, but it was on my thing, but it was a 9.2.
No
yeah,
way,
so we double check
9.8 because a 9.8.
So it's but listen, it's a 25% increase year over year, which means it's a steady rate.
Sold for $100,000.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
What?
So, but it's a 25% increase year over year, which means that that's the number you're kind of
census.
That's the number you're kind of looking for when you're looking for like growth year over year. So it falls within that realm of year over year. It falls within that realm of year over year good growth. You know what I mean?
There's a decent jump to the 9.4 is like 4,500.
There's a 100K planet. Thank you. Yeah, I screwed it up. Hey man, sometimes when you're looking at so many numbers, you just go batshit crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I fixed it, and that's why I gave you the picture of the 9.2.
Oh, I see what happens here. Okay, what about this, guys? What about this? Okay, I'm putting in for my first option. What if we move up House of Secrets to 6 to 10, and then we put Luke in the 3 to 5 year? Just put yes or no in the chat. If not, we're gonna have to pass on Luke. So, yes or no in the chat. That's what we're gonna do.
I would be fine with that.
Okay.
For what that's worth.
Yeah, but off year over year for the last 2 years.
There's Tom. Yeah,
yes.
Tom.
Tom couldn't wait to say yes. Anyway, says no.
6.0 went for 300 last month.
Well, we're not talking 6.0. We're talking 9.2.
9.2.
For my PC, I'd pick up that 6.0 and be happy with it.
9.2 black cover.
Yeah, no, it's a hard. Yeah, it's a hard.
For every yes we get a no. It's getting thick out there.
Don't give it an LOL, Zaggy.
Nope, Zaggy, absolutely give us an LOL. That fits Zaggy so well.
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying.
I love it, Zag. The chat's on fire today. All right.
I'm gonna vote yes for your trade.
Well, you also want the house up too, so that also helps.
All right, the house gets up. The house gets up. Put the house up.
No, the house goes up, but the cage goes in there. So that's what
the cage goes in there too.
Yeah.
So now all we have available, we have 2 books left available. We've got a 1 to 2 year, and we've got a 6 to 10 year left. Or we got to start moving shit. Oh, and then Terry came up with a Floyd. It's all right, Terry. We still got 3 yeses here, so we need. You guys are even in the chat. The chat is 100% even with yeses and nos. You need 3 more nos. All right. Let's move to see. I mean, something's got to move because we've got 1 more 6 to 10 year. We've got 1 more 1 to 2 year.
I don't know if we have to.
Oh yeah.
We got 1 more in the top.
So Dub, I've told the story about this before, right? The height of it, 9.8 fucker raw, 9.8. Can I say who? I can say who it is. My man Big Ben, he's got this book, and he's like, "Yo." He calls me over, and I'm with like a short clown from another channel, and he calls me over here, and this dude's like, "Oh, Marco, check this book out, yeah," and I'm looking at him like, "Did you take that book out of there?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "No, why?" And I'm like, "Call Ben over here now." He's like, "Ben," I was like, "Ben, come here." He's like, "What's up, Marco?" I was like, dude." He's like, I was like, "Did you show this book to anybody else recently?" He's like, "Yeah, some guy came and said." I said, "Did you let him take it out?" And he had it in, those the plastic double
Mylar.
The double Mylar things. I was like, he Mylar sliced it. He's like, "What?" And that fucking book, I mean, that book was it was such a 9.8 that even with the slicing through all the pages, it still looked like a 9.8 in that. Like that's like you had to actually look at it and go like, "Oh, wait a minute." Like, I mean, you could tell, obviously. You could tell.
Once you know what
it was hard. Yeah, once you know what to look for, you could tell. But I was like, shit. And I mean, at the time, this is going into like Thanos is the big bad. Like, what did this have to be? 16? Probably 15 or 16, 2016. It had to be 2000. I mean, I've never seen a fucking book that clean, man. It was that clean.
Who sliced it?
Some other guy, the guy that was there before us. Oh. So Ben was like, dude, that guy told me, he was like, he said he had to go get the money. He was going to come back. I go, Ben, he ain't coming back. And then Ben pulled it out and he's like, what the fuck? Like, cause it was sliced 3/4 of the way up and it was through like three pages in, dude. Like it was, I was like, Ben, and so then he's like, well, how much will you give it to me in this case? And back then, 2016, like shit like that, it was tough to move. Like nobody wanted books that were that damaged for even for like it, there's a bunch of high grade hunters and stuff back there. You were either selling low grade or high grade, but that was a weird grade because CGC would grade shit weird sometimes. Like, fuck, man, I felt so bad. I've never felt that bad for a dealer before. And actually, you know what? That was Ben's last year at that fucking con. That was the year they put him next to the fucking root beer shop, and he goes, "Why the fuck would you sell open containers of pops at a Comic-Con so they could spill shit all over my fucking books?" He didn't say it like that because Ben doesn't talk like that. But he was like, "Really, dude?" And he's right. So, but that was the last year he was at that con.
Was that?
Sorry. So, Novi one. Yeah. 9/2, 1900. So right there.
Yeah, I looked. There's a bunch of sales at 1900 thereabouts. Asking prices are a little bit higher.
Because people are losing money on the book. They're back-ended into this book, and they haven't got their money out of this book yet.
I want this book for my PC, but I'm still waiting for it to die a little bit more. And I don't think Thanos is returning, BK.
I wish.
Yeah, I don't want this.
Even if he does, I don't think that moves the needle. I think the
okay,
this book is passed.
Here's the problem. This is the problem with this book too. We've only got 2 spots. We got the 1 to 2, and we got the 6 to 10.
Yeah, I'm not.
So unless you have some type of solution, pass. We got so many passes, dude. We got some force. Everybody's passing this.
I don't care about the Blood Brothers.
Tom, I'm sorry. 3-5 for you. I know. I get it. Yeah, that's a bad story, man. It's sorry. Didn't want to bum everybody out, but
we got 3 books, 2 Batmans.
All right. Shit. Okay, I'll still talk then. Batman 227.
Oh, you were hoping to get Corbin?
Yeah, I was hoping for something so I could run real quickly. 22, 21 around there for 9-0.
There is real quick. I don't have your numbers in front of me, but I can.
So here's part of the problem with this book is like, and this is something else that I don't know if it's good or not, but it's 8%, 227, 15% increase below. And there's been some other books. I mean, this is a book that DC collectors kind of want, but at the same time, I don't ever feel this is a book that's at the top of their priority list. And if it was, they'd already have had it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is an opportunity buy. If you find one and it's a price that you like, you get it, but you're not hunting it, I guess.
Now,
it's not the top of your list, because I got one and it wasn't at the top of my list. I just happened to stumble in and like, okay.
If people say they want to put this in the 1 to 2, or they want to move something else up to the 6 to 10, like I don't have a problem with that because we can always move it out of the 1 to 2. We might not get another 6 to 10 in here.
That book's a cover by, right?
Yeah, it's all
not a key in any way.
Yeah. Cover in our pack.
It's an homage.
Yeah, it's an homage. And since then,
31.
And since then, they've done a lot of homages to this homage. So, like, that's why I was going to say, like, the value of the book kind of.
I don't think it has a lot of life in it beyond. It's just, it's a cover buy. But
like when you start seeing more and more of the homages coming out to this homage, you start seeing the tendency for the regularity at which this book sold. You start to see a decrease in the regularity.
This is a beautiful cover. I like it a whole
I love this cover.
But I'm not out of all the books that we have, I'm not spending $2,000 on this book.
No, and that's where I'm at too.
But you know what? They're putting in the 1 to 2, and I don't have a problem with that because it might just get moved out.
Okay.
So
I don't want it.
We gotta flip one of these books.
we gotta put it in here somewhere. Yeah, so put in 1 to 2 for now.
I don't
and then
think
we'll
that's
let you
the one, but
we'll let you guys choose on
I don't
this.
think the
Adams.
other one is going to be it either.
Yeah, we got to have something. And we've left something out of 6 to 10.
I like this cover.
Yeah, this book sells at all times.
Yeah, I think this is classic. This
classic. This book
that Batman is classic. This is on its own because this is actually
almost exact same price as the other Batman. But the difference between it is instead of being like an 8 to 10% increase, this is like a 36% increase year over year. And it's a good book. Like, I'll never say no to this book.
Yeah, I like this one.
So we could put in, if you want it, if you put in 1 to 2, we'll pull out the other pass. Yeah. Oh, pass. Wow. 1 to 2, 1 to 2.
I'm with Joe. Joker will sell more than just Batman.
I will too. Get him to say yes and no to remove the other bat cover. Pass.
Well, we still need one more 6 to 10. In our last book, ain't it?
They're passing on this and they kept the last one? Oh boy. That's no bueno. No bueno. I was gonna go use the facilities, but guys, you're not keeping this book and passing on this book.
Yeah,
we're not doing that, are we? We're doing that?
I wouldn't, but
that's what we're doing.
Trying to talk about just like 251.
Oh, I don't shit!
See that ever just being forgotten about?
No, it's if you have it on your wall by the end of the show, you're selling it. It's always sold.
Yeah, all right, incrementally over time.
It's all right, guys. That's what they want to do.
Got to give the people.
Oh,
give the people what they want.
Joker. Well, our last book's not going in 6 to 10, so we're gonna have to re-rack something.
We're gonna have to re-rack.
I can't believe you saved this book for the end.
We got to go through. I think we need Scooby-Doo to go up to 6 to 10. Okay, I'm gonna give the last book. Fucking Warlock.
All right, you can run to the bathroom if you want.
Yeah, figure this out. Get this shit into 1 to 2. Get Scooby-Doo into 6 to 10. Do whatever you're gonna do. We screwed this game up. I don't know how the hell we screwed it up.
We were doing so good.
We were doing so good.
3 books ago, he was giving props to the chat and saying everybody's doing great and like, oh. So
well, they didn't know this was still in the pocket. This is actually up from 2021 to 2022, 161%.
Because of the guy from the Jason Sudeikis movie.
Oh,
that's why this book is up?
Yeah, no. Well, I think it was just pure speculation that he's going to show up, not necessarily the particular casting of Will Poulter in the hell is that movie?
We're the Millers.
Yeah, that's it. We're the Millers.
No regrets.
Oh, no regrets. Not just one letter.
Not just one letter.
But yeah, I can't even put this in. Early on, I was thinking, you know what? This is probably our 1 to 2. I don't even think it lasts that long. That movie comes out in May.
This is like, so I used to work with a guy in California, and it was a company that had 2 divisions in this company. And we had a comic book division and we had a sports car division. This was early on, like in the early 2000s. And he would always make fun of us for selling comic books. And he would call them banana hammocks. All the comics do banana. And this is one of those covers. I know it's not quite, but this is a banana hammock cover.
Well, it kind of is. You got the tanned legs.
Yeah. Like this is classic one of those. Like if he saw this cover, he'd be ripping this cover apart.
It's not even his first.
Yeah, right. I think this is, I don't want anything to do with this book. I don't like the character. I mean, it's a number 1.
It's a 9.6 though.
Yeah, it's a 9.6. That's the only thing good on this screen I see right now, that it's a 9.6.
Let's see year over year.
It's 160%.
161%.
Yeah.
This is get rid of this.
We covered that already. We figured it's Will Poulter.
Yeah. Buffy guy.
What's that?
It's hurting my eyes.
Give it to him. I'll give it to him.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
God.
Ring the bell.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are we passing on this?
Yes.
This is pass.
We have 1 6 to 10 spot left.
I know what I'm voting to go there. So,
what are you voting?
I will give you the option of moving. I can't see it very well.
Ghost Rider.
I can tell you what you would tell me what you need.
Where's Scooby?
It's right
It's
next
down
to
right
Hulk
there. It's
181.
right next to Hulk 181.
Yeah, so I'm
Number
gonna put Scooby up to 6 to 10. That's my.
I'll go through what's in the 6 to 10
what's in
that
the
we
past? Oh, okay.
in
go
the
ahead.
past. Okay, past has been Hulk.
Mhm.
It's Scooby. Werewolf by Night, which was damn expensive.
it's just too
Blade.
Tomb of Dracula 10,
Yeah,
8.0.
too
Yeah,
expensive.
Blade. It's the X-Men the re-team up.
Yeah, it's just no too expensive for what it is.
Then
Green
we
Lantern.
got the Green Lantern.
It's Morbin time.
Morbus.
Thanos.
Thanos, you're right. Yep. I can't find it on the small side. There it is.
Joker.
The Joker.
We don't need to show.
And the Warlock. Or we
need to
could
show
move
the hammer.
up. Or we could move up Punisher to 3 to 5 and move something out of 3 to 5 list. Or we can move up this fucking terrible Batman homage and
It's not
move
terrible.
something to 1 to 2. Well, I mean, like,
It's a
come on,
good
the
cover,
Joker
but
the Joker cover
I
should have
still
won
take
that.
the Joker cover. all
Joker
day.
cover wins that game every day.
But that's I don't know. I would probably agree.
Oh, somebody said yes, Dub. We've got 2. I'm voting for that too. I'm putting in 6 to 10. Dub's putting 6 to 10.
I'm
Tommy
either
NT's.
if we're not doing Scoob, then I go back to my our first book and say, well, then we just sit on the 181 because
So
it's
181
probably
hold
maintained.
the price.
Yeah,
flex
I'm
rates
not.
on-
I'm not opposed to that either.
But I'm fine with the Scoob because it's just one
Chat.
of
Everybody, before you go, are we saying 181? Can we narrow this down? Are we doing we're putting something in 6 to 10. 181 versus Scoob. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
But yes or no's?
Yep.
181 or Scoob.
Is that what we're doing? Or do you want us to pick different books? I don't know. Well, fuck it. We're just put Scooby Doo in it. Call it a night. It's been too damn long. Like,
Listen, I don't know how y'all. Yeah, you said call it down. I'm like, all right, good night, y'all. Now, y'all been.
All right, we will save this.
Hours. Lord.
Yeah, Terry goes, move that up. Oh, and then we get a 181 vote. Move it up. I'm good with Scooby. Yeah, Terry knows us. We're gonna move it up there anyway. So we did. We eventually got it up there. Great stuff.
I was going to put a poll up, but yeah, we don't need it.
I actually like how this went. If you guys like how this went, Captain Marvel was in the movies as well.
Yeah, I like how it started. So you guys just crapped on 251.
Yeah. No, I mean it's good. I'm surprised at how well it went because it typically doesn't go this well. So because it went so well, we're going to be doing it again, but we're going to be doing it in different books. Might not be next week, but might be a couple weeks, or it might be next week. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. If you guys want to see it next week, just let us know. We can hit us up with an age.
I was actually surprised. Maybe we'll do it a little earlier because I think we had a lot of people interacting. Then it looked like we had a little bit of a fallout. So I think some people are going to be upset with not being able to vote for some of this stuff. Yeah. One person's just upset because I told him that he didn't know what he's talking about. But I'll expect the angry message.
Well, if we do it another time, we can do it earlier in the show. We can save something silly like the weird collectibles towards the end. You know,
honestly, we should have saved the review of those shitty comic books till the end this week.
Yeah, I would agree with you if I didn't spend a lot of time putting it together today.
I agree. I hear you. All right. Well, hey, thank you, everybody. Great chat. You guys were really funny. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Corbin. Hey, how happy are you now that one of the finest from the finest school there is comes out and buys your sons to try to make a run?
You know what? I'm happy about that. Even though you heard Kevin Durant, like this is his debut, right? You heard what happened?
No, what happened?
Okay, so he was warming up for his debut, and he slipped on a wet spot, twisted his ankle, and didn't play.
He's played since.
Well, no, for his home debut, he's played since. But like the crowd, like the news were interviewing it, like they were hyped about this. In warm up, slips on a wet spot, done. Craziness. Anyway, yeah, thank you for coming and saving Phoenix, Marco.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, I watched Creed 2 or Creed 3 last night.
Oh, did you like it?
I really enjoyed it. Okay, so we know the Rocky movies are kind of cut from the same. There you go. You said it 15 minutes before the game. Have a good one playing Arizona. Like predictable kind of in terms of the storyline. But let me tell you, Jonathan Majors, man, he was the best part of Ant-Man to me.
He's good.
Quantumania, like he is solid. Yes,
I still gotta finish Lovecraft Country, even though I know they canceled it. But
you know what happened to him too. Yeah, but the point being, it's very, highly recommend. So
he's good.
That was a highlight.
Like
Next is I'm hyped. And Shazam comes out this week, right? I know Scream comes out. No, Shazam's next week.
Next week, I think.
My birthday's the 15th. Shazam's next week, and then
Shazam's exactly. Yeah, Scream is this week, and
Nebraska just lost to Minnesota. If you are a Nebraska, they should eat. Sorry, Nebraska, you can't be in the Big Ten anymore.
Nah, you can't.
You just can't. You just can't.
Corbin, are you skipping next week? Are you going out for a big birthday celebration?
Oh, next week's the 15th. I'm gonna show up. Might be a little late, but I'll be here.
Whose birthday?
I've been late just because
he just said it.
He's had that's bullshit. This is like the 5th time this year he said he's had a birthday. So I'm not listening.
It's March 15th.
This year is only 2 months old.
Yeah. He went. Did he just go someplace for his birthday like 2 weeks ago?
No, I went out to I went on a trip. I went out to Colorado.
You went to Colorado. That's right.
Yeah. Visit a friend. That's what I did. I haven't.
Then he got sick.
I don't like celebrating my birthday. It's another year older. My back starts getting hurt, and it's bad. I hate it.
No. Zaggy, dude, I would love to see. Dude, the thing I would love to see is Zaggy and Corbin in a bar, like trying to pick up chicks. Trying to pick up chicks one time, bro. This would be. I would give you guys. I'll give you guys $200 each, just so I can watch that because I think
it would be GoPro.
Listen, say less.
Yes.
Also, Planet Arizona. Listen, I got a small apartment, but we can make it happen.
Joe, Jesus, Joe. Oh my God, AOA, Joe, you all are wrong. Oh,
okay, whatever, y'all. Good night, y'all.
No.
I think we're about there, Corbin. Yeah, I think you hit it.
Oh
yeah, boy. I think like at that point it's got it. You guys, you no AOA. We cannot be giving you the bell for that.
It was funny though.
It was fucking funny shit. It's almost as funny as that time Dub got BK and then Corbin goes, "Ooh!" Like Corbin pulled the little kid in the background, like Dub deadpans it. Corbin goes, "Oh!"
It hit me late. Like I heard him say it, I'm reading. I'm like,
I was like, "Damn,
snap!" Like I just witnessed the murder. It was.
I wasn't even. I was kind of laughing at it, but then when Corbin did the, "Oh, you got knocked the fuck out," I was like, "Oh, damn,
exactly.
bro."
Back in the day,
BK
that used to be
in the comments. BK, don't you know when to lay down?
Yeah, no. Back in the day, that would have been called Def Comedy Jamming. That's what it was.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was nasty, and it was such an understated way he did it too. Like it's a fact. There it is. And you're like, it's a fact. Wait, hold up.
It was good. It was good. Oh, good job, Dub. Round of applause for Dub. Ring the bell.
Absolutely, ring it.
One more time. Good to see y'all. Good to hang with y'all.
Yeah.
With the
everybody.
I'm out, dude. I'm out, man. Go ahead, give us the promo stuff.
All right, really quick. So comics for next week. In the comments after the show is over, please leave them there. I don't.
You can do it now. You can just go in there. You can actually
go leave a comment. It'd be great. Tell us what to read.
Not the chat, the comments.
Yeah, exactly. Comments after the show. Tomorrow night we will be having dollar bin digging.
Dollar bin digging
tomorrow night. Friday night live with the boys. They've been doing live shows the past couple of weeks. They've been pretty awesome. So Jedi and Dom are doing Mail Call Madness. They'll be going over a bunch of stuff, pickups, and the new G.I. Joe stuff.
They're gonna do some G.I. Joe, and I think they're gonna be talking about Cocaine Bear.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I think Jedi's gonna see Dom, so he's gonna see it tomorrow.
I haven't seen it yet.
They should be doing.
I really want to see that. Yeah. Saturday night special on at 8 p.m. I believe on the channel. You can see our good friend Sticks. I don't know what time. Yeah,
it's usually 7 p.m. Eastern time, but daylight savings is coming this weekend, so
shit. Yeah,
it's gonna stink again.
I think it's Saturday night though, so
but not for you guys in Arizona. It doesn't change, but it's gonna change for the rest of us.
I know we have to adjust to everyone. That's gonna make it weird. Like right
you gotta adjust for our adjustments.
Yeah, exactly. I've been starting to.
I think
we're just gonna meet you back where we were.
Huh?
We're springing forward. So we're all going to lose an hour.
Actually, I think that's going to help out the SNS crew because it puts them back at a good time.
I still think they should go later, but that's just
they should, but like they're going they should, but their time will be better for the because their time was terrible for the East Coast. It was like
7
o'clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Horrible.
You will see
I think 9
our
is the
friend
spot for them.
Mr. Lopez should be on there.
Mr.
And then
Lopez.
Stick
Mr.
Boy
Lopez.
as
Sticks.
well. He has a new segment.
Ruggedly handsome.
And if you haven't subbed up to Stick Boy,
Make sure you sub up to Sick Boy's channel.
Yeah, he did get to
Yep.
50, but still, give him a
sub
sub.
up his channel.
There you go. Double O, we got you.
Okay, and then what else did you
cheers.
say? Make sure, I think it's the last, is it the last episode of The Last of Us?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
make
it's
sure
Sunday,
you're
it's the
watching
last
on
episode
Monday,
of Last
on Andy's show on Monday to catch up.
Yep, Monday.
Oh, you froze, Doug.
There he's back. Yeah, you
everything
froze.
turned black for a second. I thought everything. was
No,
fine.
you well on our end, you just froze.
Okay,
but
good.
we got you. Andy's
So we're
channel
doing-
on Monday.
Andy's channel on Monday. Watch that.
We'll join the boys
Finale
on
of
Sunday
Last
for
of Us,
Star Wars
yeah.
too.
Tales of
We're
Dark
gonna
Side,
we got fucking Star Wars is packed this week. I don't know how we're gonna
It
do
is,
it.
and I'm gonna miss the wife's making
No,
me
that's
miss
all right.
it.
That's okay. That's all right. I have to go help a friend load it out from Toledo. So
You playing with a Hulk Hogan?
Yeah. I like the second.
the season finale. Last of
Go
Us.
ahead. Yeah.
Last of Us season finale this week. So everybody should be back for you next week, Marco.
Nice.
Yeah, that show's over. So it's I'm excited for the last episode. That's what we're talking about Monday.
I liked that last one last week too. Again, I mean,
good.
I think it's kind of, I don't know. They did the whole whatever. I'm not gonna spoil it, but they did a common trope that's in every apocalypse. I'm kind of get burnt out on the trope, but you know, still all right. I was glad they didn't go too deep into it because sometimes people do. Dude, for spring break, when my kids were on spring break or midwinter break or whatever they called it, we went back and started watching because you can actually see me as a kid in the replay of the WrestleMania 3. So like I went back to show them where I was. So like so then we just started watching all of the WrestleMania. They're like, "Are you at this one too?" I go, "No," but they got really excited. So they're really into like those characters. They're like, I like the Macho, I like Hogan and Andre.
That's awesome.
Ricky
That
the
they're
Dragon
watching it.
Steamboat.
Yeah,
That was my
yeah,
guy.
little Ricky. That was a good.
Awesome.
That was a good match.
That was
Jake
good.
the Snake. They just
Jimmy.
they really got. They're really intrigued by Jake the Snake because of the snake, and they can't figure. They haven't quite like trying to explain to them like how it works, like with good guys and bad guys.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Saying like, "Oh, they might be good later," like because you don't get the weekly like.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So you have to explain it in terms of like, well, it's not all real, and then showing them like how to throw, which is nice because now they stop hitting me because not all the time because they screw up, but like they used to think wrestling was real. So like when they're like, "Can we wrestle?" It's like, yeah, but you get to a certain age and they start punching you or dropping elbows on you. It starts to hurt.
Yeah,
that stuff actually hurts, right? I mean, even in the fake, what's it called? I was watching an interview on, well, it's not the same wrestling and boxing, but they were saying in like the Creed movies that like, especially for the slow motion hits, that like you have to get hit. And so Major's like, yeah, I took a few hits and it was interesting.
Yeah,
like,
I mean those are gonna though.
Yeah.
Like even the throwings or the smacks are gonna hurt a little bit. Like that, that's gonna hurt. But like my son caught me in the collarbone the other day, and I was like,
my son keeps trying to do goddamn submission moves on me. I'm like, dude, you gotta get off me.
That's why I
Like,
can't
he's
have
like,
kids.
yeah, a clutch. I'm like, can't breathe.
oh yeah, no. I flip him around I flip him into it, and then I try and make him get out of it. That's
okay.
But the problem is, the daughter will come out of nowhere and just like kick you in the ribs. Like, yo, you're not throwing that kick enough, sweetheart. Like that's a whole. And I'm sorry and whatever.
Do the super kick.
My wife is just like my mom. When we were younger, my mom's not Greek, but like she would yell like a Greek when we were wrestling, like yell at my dad. My dad one time actually broke one of my younger brother's wrists because he was dicking around. And we were sitting down and he goes, "Off the top." My dad is taller than me. He was like 6'1", 2.5, somewhere around there. And a big Greek. And he came down and my brother, instead of ducking like we normally do and do this, decided he was going to go like this.
Oh, that was real stupid. Oh no!
Snapped his wrist. Snapped his wrist, dude.
Yeah, it's like a cracker. Oh,
yeah,
snap.
crack it. But he was. I think he was probably like 7 or 8 when that happened to him. But yeah, no. So we had many good years of my mom screaming at. But my dad used to let us like jump off him. So I let my kids do the same thing. But the boy's jumping high. He's jumping. I don't remember jumping that high when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And he's jumping high as shit. And they're coming down. Because now they got those Ninjago they were watching as a kid and all this other shit. They're doing these spinny fucking moves. It's no longer just giving the L. Yeah,
they got combos now. Yeah,
combos. Yeah, they're coming down with combos.
Into an uppercut
like,
into this weird
I got
swirly.
bruised there, one over here. Like,
yeah, they don't want to just do a frog splash. They want to sunset whip your ass.
Oh yeah, they're doing all types of crazy shit, dude. And because I got 2 of them, like same thing, I guess. Like I guess probably with my dad because he had 4 boys, but like I think they come at you. And it's like you better duck this. It's like a good old rumble. Like you better call this one up while you're pulling this one because if you don't, that's gonna hit you in the back of the head real quick. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, it keeps me on my toes. It makes you feel a little younger again. But shit, sometimes. Then all of a sudden, mom comes in and goes, "That's it! I told you guys it's the 5th time somebody's got injured. We have no more ice bags. All right, everybody out of here." And it's fine. It's fine.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the story. You guys stick around for that. So
it's been a fun one. Thank you for that.
It's fun.
No, it's cool. Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week again. Give us some suggestions what you want. If you want us to do another age for the comics right away, otherwise we'll save it. We can do something else. And comic reviews. We'll take your suggestions if you don't like the books we've picked.
Oh, when my son was 4 years old, I had this tooth is crowned. He kicked this tooth with a heel and cracked it in half. Cracked my fucking tooth in half, son of a bitch.
Jeez.
Yeah. Look at Dub laugh. Dub, get out of here.
I'm laughing at the comment. I'm laughing at the
What's the comment? Please.
Give me a bunch of hard times.
You're getting the hard times from AOA.
Yeah. It is. No, it's not. It's fun time. It really is fun. It's nice to get it's fun. So
hard times.
Hard times.
You didn't see Roman tried to do a Dusty impersonation on Monday.
Not Roman Reigns?
Yes, because he was talking to Cody and he was talking about his dad, and he's like, "I'm gonna do it." He tried to do a hard like I'm gonna tell you something.
He tried to do the hard times line?
No, he didn't try to do hard times. He tried to do a Dusty impersonation, and it was something.
It was something.
This nonsense. Like,
it was a good interaction they had was good, but that bit, that was kind of silly.
Or did I freeze? He froze. Okay. Well, here you go. But this is all I'm going to say. Like going back and watching all that stuff from. Like I go back, I enjoy watching the like AWA stuff and like the older stuff every once in a while.
Jesus.
But going back with my kids.
Got a Samoan spike.
Oh wow! Yeah, with your kid, if you got a boy, you don't got to worry. Like you don't got to worry about them except for when they're 4. 4 is the worst because they will. I mean, busting my tooth.
My kids will be reading quietly while we say our ABC.
Yeah, you say that. No,
you say no. Yeah, you
4,
say
it's 110%. There's no
PBS. They will never know.
Playing. It's full on.
Yeah.
Power. And you say, it's only a 4-year-old, but it's everything they got.
You saw the Boondocks episode where Kid Man Noise and got backhand across the room? Like, I'll go there, okay?
They don't care. Go ahead and do it. They'll come back. Like, because they're so fun. Like, F4, F4, they're so
fun. They're having fun.
You go like this. Hey, you go like this, they'll swing around that hand, come back, clip you in the face, dude.
Oh, okay.
They will.
I'll be watching Creed movies on
There's a reason why
Corbin. You can watch all the movies you want. They're coming for you. They're coming for you.
There's a reason why they make movies of Chucky. There's something about that size and that.
Yes. And the way they run ragged. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The speed and power they have at that age.
and they no fear of flying through the air. They all think they can fucking fly. And this is the problem. You cannot let them hit the ground. So you have to you just can't let them hit the ground because service is going to come for you.
Yeah.
You'll be going away.
It would be like them jumping off the roof.
Yeah, they were, dude. One of my kids. So like, on my kitchen floor has got like it's like open concept, I guess, but it's got like one of those bars that go around the sink, and then we have Bart. When he was 4, he climbed up onto the chair, and climbed up onto the counter, and then tried to hurl himself over all that and hurl himself over a couch to come and get me in the back, and I had to like grab and flip, and
Marco,
by that time you're falling backwards.
See, that's the thing. You got me mixed up. You got open concept. My kids are gonna have closed ideas. Like we're not gonna have none of that. Like,
dude, I turned the fucking look, man. Still to this day I have it. I turned the you turn the doorknobs around so you could lock the shit from the outside.
Yeah.
Till they figure out how to pick that shit, and then you're like, God damn.
Oh,
dude.
snap. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because they try coming out that door.
It's going to be war. Okay. Should be fun. I'm so excited.
No, I mean, like, when people say they want to have kids, I'm like, you must be out your motherfucking mind. What are you thinking?
It'll happen.
Nope.
Yep.
For who?
Exactly.
Hey, for what do they say here? What do they say? Hey, somebody forgot. Old women can't have kids.
Hey, listen.
No.
Okay, so I'll let you know. I may or may not have listened to a singles webinar with the Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
Now she's 44 this year, still single, and she said as long as you have healthy diet and you keep your eggs good, like it's still possible. And I love Michelle Williams. Honestly, like, I mean,
no offense, but that's some old single bitch telling you what to do with your life.
Well, I just have to say, why are we waiting till 12:15 in the morning before we heard that?
Yeah, that's kind of
why did we not hear that at like 10 o'clock?
The conversation.
Hey, Dub hasn't known Corbin as long as us, so this is not to us. Did you see no shock on my
y'all already knew me. If you give better eye, Marco has been known. Like, it's just, I'm just saying. Like when I heard that, I went, okay.
Are we not here to entertain the audience?
No, Corbin is though. Corbin 100% is.
Right. What? So like that's a time. That's an earlier time slot.
Let me ask you a question. Listen to me.
I've been late the last
almost 2 months. But hey, I know. But this is what I'm going to ask you. Let me ask you this: you get clowned all day long for fucking around with old women. The story you want to really tell today is how you talk about some old single woman's eggs, bro. I mean, seriously. That's what you want to do.
I didn't think that one through. You're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably
it's
not.
Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, though. Like honestly,
not even the best looking one in Destiny's Child. Not even the second best looking one.
The most single and most available.
Yeah, because she's the worst of them all. She's literally.
Destiny, yo. It's in the name.
The most single and most available.
Dude, she is. There's a reason.
You're trying to sell people leftovers is what you're trying to do.
What's her name?
Well, I mean, listen, it's how you package them, right? And no, her eggs are not powdered. She said that she kept really good quality eggs. Wait, why am I telling you this?
How does she know what she kept?
She got I don't know.
Yeah, what are you listening to? First off, she's the least talented. Yes.
Michelle? I mean,
yes.
It's like Beyonce. I mean, she's pretty talented, though. Listen, we'd have some
of the three, she would be the grenade.
Well, my most.
Yeah, she's the grenade.
Okay.
I mean, if you want a paycheck, you marry Beyonce. If you want the best looking one, you marry what's her name? No, the other one.
The other one. I don't remember.
The other one. The one that's not as talented, but is way better looking. Yeah, my brain's not working this late at night.
It's all good. You know what?
Who's the second lady in Destiny's Child? Eggs are pickled. Eggs are pickled. I will send Knowles, but that's not it. Who's the second lady in it?
I don't remember that. That's what I'm saying. Michelle Williams is
No. The second dude, come on, get out of here. Kelly Rollins.
There you go.
Yeah,
she's the most attractive out of it. Did I say it before chat got cool? My brain's back on working. I mean, you got Kelly best looking, most talented is Beyonce by far. So you get Sugar Mama or better looking, and then you get the one everybody forgets about, except for you talking about her pickled eggs. Michelle. This is the problem, Corbin. If you're going to go for,
I don't know if any of them are left.
Betty White just passed away last year. They're all gone. Not that it matters. I'm not interested in any of them.
Yeah, Kelly. Thank you, Ryan.
I should have said that first. I don't know. No Golden Girls for me. I'm an old school guy. Well, wait, nothing. Anyway, bottom line.
Why are you even taking advice? My question is, why are you listening to single advice? Bro, listen, time out. You are taking single, you're listening to somebody's podcast to be like, oh yeah, cool, man. What can I look forward to? How can I get a date? And it's a single 44-year-old talking about her pickled eggs and how she's okay with life. Bro, I don't know what type of water y'all motherfuckers have in Arizona, but you're doing it wrong. That sounds horrible. That sounds like if you want to decide that today's the day to buy a cat, you want to buy a cat today? That might be the podcast to listen to. That sounds like something right. Yeah, I'm going to take a 44-year-old single person's advice. I'm buying a cat. Absolutely.
right.
What I'm not going to do is take any of their advice on how relationship or any part of sexual anatomies work. That's not what I'm doing. Am I wrong? I don't think so.
Yeah, because I'm not buying a cat, but I'll listen to them tell me what meal I should cook for myself, because it's probably going to be pretty tasty.
We make beautiful music together, but you know what? That's true. Fair point. I'm just throwing out options, yo. It's an open mind.
You cannot bring home somebody older than your mom. No, you just can't do it. That's not going to work well.
Mom's 46. Yeah, that's cutting it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's not going to work. Okay. How do you think it's going to work?
Yeah, I think Jedi and Dom.
Oh, my baby boy. No.
It's Michelle Williams, though, but you're right.
Hey, what your mom's going to say? You bring her home, your mom's going to say, who are you again? You're the one that's not talented and not good looking. That's what she's gonna say. As soon as you see it, she's gonna go. She's gonna charge you. You couldn't bring home the one that's more talented, like Beyonce, and the one that's better looking, like Kelly.
Apart from that, when you say Michelle Williams, my brain goes, "Oh, the girl from Dawson's Creek that married Heath Ledger."
Wait, isn't that the same one that played in Venom?
Yes.
Okay, I know her. Okay, wait, but that's not the
Michelle Williams. I think of first.
That's the one you think of first. Oh.
For the name, I think of her like that.
What am I missing? She's like, wow, y'all are too mean right now.
She's just third Destiny's Child to me.
It's Destiny, y'all. That's all I got. You know what? Okay. I mean, listen, 44 look good. That's all I'm saying.
I couldn't even tell you if I saw her on the street. I don't even remember what she looks like. I'm gonna have to look her up.
Was that her? No, it was Beyonce. Oh,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
the least talented, the least good looking is all I'm saying, bro.
All right, well, you know,
set a higher standard. Please set a higher standard.
I thought that was pretty high,
bro. I'll be honest with you. That chick you screwed up with, I checked her out, and I was like, damn, dude, she's.
All right.
I didn't expect her to be good. I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect her to be good looking because of who her dad was. I was like, there's no way that dude could produce something good looking. That chick was, dude. That chick's kind of banging, bro. Like you screwed that up.
I mean, the tenders.
And now you're talking about some 44-year-old woman. Come on.
Listen, I was just bringing up a conversation and thought I had. It's run. You're right. Okay, I'm gonna go home and cry to myself to sleep tonight. It's all good.
Good. I mean, I hope you don't, but like, yeah. I mean,
and with that, we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you next week.